First pitch, it is the Order Sons of Italy in America, New York State President Joseph Rondinelli throwing out a first pitch to Long Island Ducks, Buddy Harrelson. Take it away, Joe. All right, we're going to give Joe a read-through on this one. Joe, take number 2. Fans, give it up for Joe. There we go, right down the middle.
And fans, the Long Island Ducks would also like to remind you that any spectator going onto the field or interrupting play in any manner will be ejected and subject to arrest. And fans, the Long Island Ducks are happy to have fans keep any battered or thrown ball that goes into the stands this afternoon. And in the spirit of safety, the Long Island Ducks would like to remind you to stay alert at all times because thrown or batted balls may be very, very dangerous. In consideration of the health and comfort of others, smoking is prohibited in all areas of the ballpark. If you need to smoke, please head toward the Sweet Lobby double doors located on the concourse behind home plate. They are gate attendant will assist you. The Long Island Ducks thank you for not smoking here at Bethpage Ballpark, making our ballpark smoke-free. And join the Long Island Ducks with a team spirit by being responsible about alcohol consumption. Please remember to think when you drink and please be aware.
We're live here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, and it is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And today it is the rubber game of a 3-game weekend series and the final game of a 7-game homestand for the Ducks as they take on the York Revolution. Well, good evening, Ducks fans. My name is Michael Pollock. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of today's action as the Ducks try and follow up a tremendous win last night. The Ducks were down by 3 going into the latter part of the game, and they were down by 2 going into the 9th inning, but the Ducks with a 4-run 9th inning win it 8-6 courtesy of the Adam Bailey walk-off 3-run home run, the Ducks' 6th waddle-off win of the year. And so the Ducks even up the series at a game apiece and set up the rubber game here today. First on the pregame show, we're going to recap last night's game. We've got a lot to talk about on the pregame show. So we recap last night's game first. Ducks would take the early lead in the 3rd inning against left-hander Chris Cody, as in the inning, Joe Ashburnine single to center, Ray Navarrete single to left on a hit and run to put runners at first and third for Brian Nelson. He grounded out to third to force home a run and give the Ducks a 1-0 lead. After Bill Hall, flied out to left, up came Ramon Castro. All right, come back and I'll get it. Just do the one and then come back. We apologize for the technical difficulties here at Bethpage Ballpark. As we were saying, last night Ducks had a 1-0 lead in the 3rd inning with a runner at second, and two men out. Ramon Castro came to the plate. 2-2 from the left-hander. Kicks and deals, and Castro swings and grounds one through the left side, a base hit. Navarrete on its way to third. He's going to get the go sign from Kevin Baez. The throw coming into the plate is not in time. Castro slides in safely. Or check that, Navarrete slides in safely. Castro goes to second. It's an RBI single for Ramon Castro, and the Ducks lead 2-0 here in the 3rd. So a good start for the Ducks, who had the 2-0 lead, but in the 5th, the Revolution was tied against Duck starter James Hauser. As in that 5th inning with 1 out, Rudy Yon single to center, Cody Kirkland single to left, and both scored on the 2-run double to left center by Andres Perez. So we were all tied at 2 going into the 6th. York would take the lead in the 6th as Mark Tien led off with a triple to right and was followed up by an RBI single to center by Michael Hernandez. So the Revolution had their first lead of the game 3-2. And then York would add on 2 more in the 7th with 2 out against Josh Lansford as he gave up a single to center by Tien and a 2-run homer to left by Hernandez, his first of the season. So the Revolution had a 5-2 lead going into the bottom of the 7th inning. With 1 out, Ray Navarrete would come to the plate. He had 2 hits in the game already to get up to 999 in his Atlantic League career, and he would provide a magical moment in the 7th. And here's the 1-2. Pitch is swung on and hit deep in the air to left field. Going back is the left fielder Spencer. The warning track at the wall, and you can't forget it. Ray Navarrete, a solo home run out to deep left field. His third of the season and the 1,000th hit of his Atlantic League career. Wow, what a dramatic shot for Ray Navarrete. And the Long Island Ducks have added a run here in the 7th and closed to within 5-3.
And baseball fans, here is something special. That home run by Ray Navarrete was Ray's 1,000th Atlantic League hit.
So Ray Navarrete with his 1,000th career hit, a solo homer to left, his third of the season. Ducks had closed it within 5-3. Revolution got a run in the 8th on back-to-back doubles by Cody Kirkland and Andres Perez, so they led 6-3 going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Well, the Ducks would get a run in that inning as Ryan Strebe led off with a double to right center and came home 2 batters later on P.J. Phillips' RBI single to right center. So it was 6-4 going into the bottom of the 9th inning. Ray Navarrete grounded out to start the inning, but Brian Nelson drew a walk, and he was at first when Bill Hall flied to right. So a runner at first with 2 out for Ramon Castro. He hit a ground ball to short. Cody Kirkland bobbled the baseball, could not get Castro in time at first, and on the E6, Ducks were still alive, first and second with 2 out. Craig Binnick pinch ran for Castro at first. Ryan Strebe came up next. He hit an RBI single in the center field that scored Nelson from second and moved Binnick to second base. The Ducks had closed it within 1-6-5. Runners at first and second with 2 out, and up to the plate stepped Adam Bailey. 0-2 upcoming from Lewis to Phillips. Strebe leads at second with 1 out, and the pitch. Swinging a liner in a right center field for Phillips. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Strebe on his way to third. He's going to get the go sign from Kevin Baez. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. It's an RBI single to right center for P.J. Phillips. The Ducks have cut the deficit again to 2. It is 6-4 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 to Strebe. Swung on and grounded up the middle. That is going to get through for a base hit. Nelson on his way around third. He will come home to score. Binnick stops at second base. It's an RBI single for Ryan Strebe, and the Ducks have cut it to 1 here in the 9th inning. It is 6-5 Revolution. Apologies there. So there's the audio again. Phillips' single that made it 6-4. Strebe's single that made it 6-5. And now Bailey coming to the plate with 2 on, 2 out in the 9th inning, and the Ducks down by 1. Here comes the 2-1 Adam Bailey. Pitch on the way, and Bailey swings and hits one deep in the air to right field. Going back is the right fielder Hernandez. Right track, wall. You can't forget it. It's a waddle-off 3-run home run over the right field wall for Adam Bailey. His 10th home run of the season, and the Ducks have done it again. On a fireworks night here at Bethpage Ballpark, the waddle-off magic returns, and the Ducks win it 8-6 over the York Revolution. So the walk-off magic was back. Second walk-off homer of the year for the Ducks. Their 6th walk-off win. 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Ducks, who left 9. 6 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for York. They left 9. TJ Hose, the win, improved to 2-2. Juan Rincon, the loss, fell to 1-7. Game took 3.5 hours exactly in front of 6,507 here at Bethpage Ballpark. We're going to take a break on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from a few Ducks to talk about Ray Navarrete and his 1,000th career Atlantic League hit here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Back here at Bethpage Ballpark as we get set for today's game between the Ducks and the Revolution. It's the rubber game of a 3-game series following up last night's dramatic Ducks win 8-6 in walk-off fashion, which was also highlighted by the 1,000th career hit in the Atlantic League for Ray Navarrete. He joined the Atlantic League back in 2005 with Somerset. He spent the last 8 seasons with the Long Island Ducks. And so we hear from a few Ducks who wanted to talk about Ray Navarrete and his 1,000th hit. First, we'll hear from the man himself, who picked up the 1,000th hit on a solo home run out to left center field in the 7th inning.
I mean, it means a lot to me. I mean, not many, professional baseball players get to accomplish, 1,000 hits in one league, and this has been a very special place for me. I mean, the league, and of course, playing for the Ducks throughout the years, and to have it happen on a Saturday night, sellout crowd, firework night, and for it to be a home run, and what a lot of people don't realize is last night was the very last night that my entire immediate family got a chance to see me play, because both my younger sisters are heading off to college this week. So pretty cool when you put all that together, that my whole family was here, and we were able to win, and it was 1,000 hits, and it happened to be a home run. It's kind of like storybook. So I'll take it. It's something I definitely won't forget.
So that is Ray Navarrete talking about the home run he hit. Of course, he has announced that he will retire at the end of this season, so a pretty cool moment for Ray Navarrete. Then up next was the coach who has been his coach since he's come here to the Long Island Ducks. That's Buddy Harrelson.
Well, that's a lot of base hits and home runs, and I think that he got that with a home run, right, which is more of what he's done over the years. And I know he's second guessing himself a little bit, like he's getting too old and ready to retire, but he's swinging the bat really good. I think he had to make some changes. I said to him during the day beforehand, he got 4 hits. All he needed was a triple, but that was going to be a really tough for him, with his feet. And I said, you really swung the bat really well in batting practice. I like, he stayed inside the ball. He hit the ball at right field, which he doesn't do enough of. And sometimes old dogs have to make some adjustments, and I think he's starting to do that. So I'm happy for him. He's played a lot of games for us, and to have 1,000 hits, I didn't have much more than that, and I played 16 years. So, but I got on base a lot.
So that is Bud Harrelson, who has been his coach since he's come here to the Ducks in 2006. Up next is a man who's also an Atlantic League veteran. That is Brian Nelson.
First of all, 1,000 hits in any league is a lot, and to even play enough games to get 1,000 hits is incredible. So hats off to Ray for all his hard work. And I was here when he first came, so I've seen where he came from, where he wasn't even really playing much, and then he became the guy in the face of the team, and it was awesome. He embraced it, and he deserves it.
So that's Brian Nelson. And then next, the man who's been with the Ducks for the last 3 seasons as Ray Navarrete's teammate and helped the Ducks win the championship a year ago with Navarrete. That is Dan Lyons.
Oh, it was great. He's meant so much to this organization for many years. It was great to see, and I didn't know it was his 1,000th home run till they announced it. Right after 1,000th hit, excuse me. Until they announced it right after that home run. It's just a great moment for the Ducks, great moment for Ray, obviously. I was really excited for him, really happy, and he deserved it.
And we'll leave the last word to Kevin Byers, the manager of the Ducks and of Ray Navarrete for the last 3 seasons, and his coach since 2006 as well, from 2006 to 2010.
It's awesome what he accomplished in this league. He did great things. He's a passionate player. He's a Long Island Duck, and it was great to see him get it at home in front of his family and friends.
That is Ray Navarrete first, followed by Bud Harrelson, Brian Nelson, Dan Lyons, and Kevin Byers joining us on the pregame show to talk about Ray Navarrete's 1,000th career Atlantic League hit, which came yesterday on a solo home run out to left field. We'll take a break. When we come back, the starting lineups and first pitch of tonight's game between the Ducks and the Revolution here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN.
Thank you, Ben.
The Italian national anthem here on Italian Heritage Night at Bethpage Ballpark, presented by Order Sons of Italy in America. And now the Newfield Spartans are going to be singing the national anthem here behind home plate, along with 5 members of the Long Island Speech and Myofunctional Therapy Center, who are going to be signing the anthem alongside them behind home plate.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
The Newfield Spartans with our national anthem here at Bethpage Ballpark on this Sunday evening. They were joined on the field by a couple of Nicolak Dream teams, the Southampton Little League and the Lindenhurst American Little League. Also joining on the field, the color guard at first base, Rocky Point Service Unit 54 and Rocky Point Scout Pack 6249. The color guard around at third base was Pack 246. We had a pregame performance here today by the Trigon Academy of Martial Arts. It is a gorgeous Sunday evening for baseball. Could not ask for better weather for the most part here on this homestand, and specifically today. Ducks were supposed to have left-handed pitcher Dontrell Willis start today's ball game. However, he has been scratched because he has gotten signed by a major league organization. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have signed Dontrell Willis to a minor league contract. He will report to AAA Salt Lake in the Pacific Coast League. So congratulations to Dontrell Willis. He had been spectacular all season long, had the league's best ERA at 2.56 along with a 5-4 record. And Dontrell Willis will be heading to AAA Salt Lake for an opportunity to return to the major league level. So instead, it's right-hander Pete Butkovics who gets the start for the Ducks today. He is on the mound taking his warm-up tosses. And as for the lineup that he will face from the York Revolution, Cody Kirkland will lead off. He is the shortstop. Wilson Batista, who has missed a few games with a groin injury, he's the designated hitter and two-hitter for York. Andres Perez, the second baseman, he bats third. Chad Tracy, the cleanup hitter, he is the first baseman today. Mark Tian at third base bats fifth. Michael Hernandez in right field will hit sixth. Batting seventh, doing the catching today is Salvador Paniagua. Hitting eighth is the left fielder Matt Spencer. And rounding out the order is the center fielder Rudy Yan. As for Pete Butkovics, he will make his second start of the season here this afternoon. He had started once before, took the loss against the Somerset Patriots on June 30th on the road. So this is his first home start of the season, and we'll see what Butkovics can do filling in for Dontrell Willis, who was signed again today by the Angels organization.
Cody Kirkland, number 16.
So, stepping up to the plate is the righty hitter Cody Kirkland. Pete Butkovics on the mound is just about ready to begin today's ball game. And we are just about set here in the broadcast booth. Thanks so much for joining us on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 FM, WRCN, and online as well on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball and LIDucks.com. So Cody Kirkland is ready, Pete Butkovics ready, and the first pitch of today's ball game is a fastball strike, and we are underway.
The MacArthur Airport start time of the game is 5:10.
We begin at 5:10 p.m. here on this Sunday evening. And the 0-1 is fouled back behind home plate. Butkovics quickly ahead 0-2.
Airport temperature of the game is 80 degrees.
80 degrees on the dot. Another beautiful day for baseball. Sunshine overhead, just a few clouds off in the distance, but nothing threatening. Comfortable temperatures, no humidity, exactly what you'd want to enjoy a baseball game. 0-2 from Budkovics to Kirkland is just inside. That'll run the count to 1-2. Ducks are in the Sunday orange jerseys today with the Ducks logo on the front and green number on the front and the back. Revolution in their road gray jerseys with the York logo on the front and the number on the back. Low and outside for a ball. Count evens up at 2-2 on Kirkland, who has had .238 on the season. 6 homers, 19 runs batted in. 2-2 from Budkovics. Swung on and fouled back behind home plate once again. Keeps the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kirkland, who began the season with the Lancaster Barnstormers, then got released and was signed by the Revolution. So we'll have another 2-2 here from the right-hander. Kicks and fires, and this is a breaking ball outside. Nice job by Kirkland to hold off. And that runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So for a second time, Pete Budkovics has been thrust last minute into starting duty for Dontrell Willis. 3-2 inside for ball 4. So Budkovics got ahead 0-2 and then walks Kirkland. So the Revolution get the leadoff man on here, and not the way Budkovics was hoping to start off here this afternoon. That'll bring up Wilson Batista, switch hitting designated hitter for the Revolution today. He's typically their shortstop, but gets the half day today as he's battling a groin injury. So Batista will stand in from the left side. And the first pitch, swung on and hit high in the air to center field. Moving over towards left is Joe Ashbrodine. He camps under it and makes the catch. So Batista retired on 1 pitch, and that is the second out. So with 2 away, that's going to bring up Andres Perez. Perez, the number 3 hitter and second baseman for the Revolution.
Hitting in the third position, the second baseman, number 39, Andres Perez, number 39.
So here is Perez to bat from the right side. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Perez hitting from the right side. He is at .304 on the season, 11 home runs and 58 RBIs. And the 1-0 is a throw over to first, and back safely is Perez. Check that, back safely is Batista, the designated hitter. This pitch popped in the air, foul, first base side. Navarrete chasing towards the stands. This will be back well into the seats. And it evens up the count at 1-1 on Andres Perez. Perez hitting from the right side. Yesterday he had a couple big hits, including a 2-run double to left in the 5th and an RBI double to right in the 8th inning. Now 1-1 from Budkovics. Breaking ball misses low and outside for ball 2. Budkovics on the year is 0-1. He has a 7.17 ERA. 11 games out of the bullpen, 1 start. And again, that start was on June 30th at Somerset when Dontrell Willis was scratched last second with some forearm tightness. They have the runner caught between first and second here. They throw to Navarrete, who chases him to second. Throws to the shortstop, Lyons, who chases him back to first. Now throws to the catcher, Ralph Henriquez, who will apply the tag. That'll go down as a caught stealing. And retired on the caught stealing, Kirkland. It goes 1-3-6-2. And there's 2 away here in the first inning. So heads up play there by Budkovics, and Kirkland broke much too early for second base. So the Revolution lose the base runner. 2 men out here in the inning. And a count of 2-1 on the second baseman and 3 hitter Andres Perez. Budkovics deals. And this breaking ball is in for a called strike. That'll even up the count at 2-2. And pitch, line in the air down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit for Perez. and it's going to head into the corner. Adam Bailey goes to pick it up. Perez goes to second. He will stop there. Thought about going for 3, but will hold at second. So a double again for Perez. He continues to double up the Ducks here in this series. And for Perez's third double in the last 2 games, 28th here in 2013. York now with a runner at second and 2 men out in the first. Defensively for the Ducks today, it's the Killer Bees in the outfield. Joe Ashbrodine in left, Craig Binnick in center, and Adam Bailey around in right. On the infield, Brian Nelson is at third, Dan Lyons is at short. Bill Hall, the second baseman. Ray Navarrete gets the start at first, with Strebe getting the half day as the DH. Ralph Henriquez does the catching behind home plate, and Pete Butkovics on the mound for Long Island. Now we're going to have the cleanup hitter and first baseman Chad Tracy. And the first pitch to Tracy is a fastball for a strike. And the count 0-1. Tracy at .275 on the season, 3 home runs and 11 runs batted in. So now the caught ceiling of Kirkland looms large. He probably scores on that double from Perez. Here's the 0-1. Swinging old Fister out in a shallow left field. Brodin on the run, racing in. He's not going to get it. It drops in a base hit. Runner's going to try and score. Now he gets the stop sign. Throw comes into the plate. Henriquez looking back. Now they have Perez caught. They throw to the shortstop Lyons, who throws to Henriquez, who will apply the tag. Bad base running blunders in the inning for the York Revolution. And the side retired in the first. So no runs, 2 hits and a walk, but the Revolution get no runs and they leave 1 on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Revolution nothing, and the Ducks coming to bat here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Revolution run into 2 base running blunders in the top of the first inning. Cody Kirkland breaks too early for second. He is caught stealing 1-3-6-2. And then on the base hit to left by Chad Tracy, Andres Perez runs around third. Initially got the go sign, then the late stop sign from Enohel Polanco. Perez was too far off the base, and he is out 7-2-6-2 on the putout. So no runs, 2 hits, 1 left on base for the Revolution, and we go to the bottom of the first inning. And here's the lineup that Brett Tomko, the starter of the Revolution, will face. It will be Joe Ashbrodine leading off. He is in left field. Ray Navarrete is the first baseman. He bats second. Brian Nelson at third base. He hits third. And the cleanup hitter is the second baseman, Bill Hall. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Ryan Strebe. Adam Bailey's in right field. He hits sixth. Ralph Henriquez will do the catching and bat seventh. Hitting eighth, the center fielder, Craig Binnick. And rounding out the order is the Ducks shortstop. That is Dan Lyons. And they all face the former big leaguer and righty Brett Tomko. And the first pitch on the way from Tomko to Brodin is swung on and lifted foul. Third base side out of play. And the count is 0-1. Brodin this season at .317, 11 home runs, 48 runs batted in. It's the first time here in 2013 that the Ducks will see Brett Tomko. And the 0-1 of Brodin. That's way up and outside. Goes all the way back to the backstop. And that evens up the count at 1-1. Brodin, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-hander Tomko. Good crowd on hand here for Italian Heritage Night, presented by Order Sons of Italy in America. Commemorative bracelets going out to the first 1,500 fans here today. And the 1-1. On the ground to second base for Andres Perez. Fields and throws to first for the out. So Brodin is retired, and there's one away in the bottom of the first.
First baseman, number 16, a gentleman who hit his 1,000th hit right here in the Atlantic League last night with a magic home run. Number 16, Ray Navarrete, number 16.
Oh, nice touch there from Bob Otone, the public address announcer at Bethpage Ballpark, and the fans giving him a nice cheer. Ray Navarrete, who hit number 1,000 in his Atlantic League career last night. First pitch is taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Navarrete, 3 for 5 night, last night, and a solo home run in the left in the 7th inning off Michael Wirtz, his 1,000th hit, and here he gets 1,001. No, he doesn't. Looked like that was going to drop in front of the center fielder, Rudy Yan. But Jan able to race in and make the nice catch, and there's 2 away. For that line out, Navarrete was hitting .235 with 3 homers and 24 RBIs. So a 2 away, and the base is empty. That'll bring up the third baseman, Bryant Nelson. Nelson, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. So a ground out to second by Brodin, and the line out to center by Ray Navarrete. First pitch on the way from Tomko to Nelson. He swings, and it's a high pop-up in the air to shallow right field. First baseman can't see it. Going out to second baseman Perez. Perez racing out, and he makes the basket catch in shallow right field for the final out of the inning. So the Ducks, a pair of early swings in the count. And Tomko needs just 6 pitches to get through a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. So we go to the second here at Bethpage Ballpark. No score between the Ducks and the Revolution here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Well, we go to the second inning. No score between the Ducks and the Revolution. It is time for the Ducks injury report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Out on the inactive list is Leo Rosales. He is dealing with a calf injury. He is still a couple of weeks away from returning to action for the Ducks. Eric Threets was on the inactive list but was reinstated to the active list today as the corresponding move when Dontrell Willis was signed by the Los Angeles Angels organization. Threets is still out with a shoulder injury, but will be traveling with the Ducks on their upcoming 9-game road trip, and very well could see him pitch at some point during the 9-game road trip. So Threets is on the mend to return, and John Brownell, who had dealt with a bone bruise on the hard comebacker against Southern Maryland earlier this week on Thursday night, he is not going to miss a start. He, however, will get bumped back a couple of days. Was originally scheduled to pitch against Lancaster on Wednesday, and has been bumped back 2 days to start the opener in Sugar Land on Friday night. That's the last word from Kevin Baez. I believe it is either going to be the opener on Friday night in Sugar Land or on Saturday in Sugar Land. No official word just yet. Bill Murphy's going to get that start now on Wednesday. First pitch is in for a called strike to Mark Teahan, the third baseman 5-hitter. Josh Barfield also remains out. He is day-to-day with the toe injury that he suffered last week against Camden on a foul ball. So he has not played at all here in this series after playing on Thursday night. Here he takes a ball. Does Teahan to even the count at 1-1. Mark Teahan, a former big leaguer at .273 on the season. 6 home runs, 21 runs batted in. And the 1-1. That fastball missed up high to run the count to 2 balls and a strike. So Butkovics ran into some trouble in the first, 2 hits and a walk, but all things considered did not allow a run, thanks to some errors on the base pass by the Revolution. 2-1, swinging a foul back behind home plate, and leaving up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the year, Butkovics, 21 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 31 hits, 12 walks to 17 strikeouts. A local product out of Deer Park now resides in Freeport. 2-ball, 2-strike offering. And the pitch is swung on and lifted in the air down the left field line. Long run for the third baseman Nelson in foul ground. He won't be able to make the catch. It hits the tarp down the third base line. That'll keep the count even at 2-2 on Mark Teahan. It's also a Sunday Family Fun Day here at Bethpage Ballpark today. Prior to the game, fans invited onto the field for an autograph session with the Ducks. And after the game, kids and kids at heart can take part in Kids Run the Bases, presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. 2-2 the count here. Infield shifted around to the right side for Teahan, and the 2-2. Fastball just missed the inside corner. And that runs the count full. Nelson playing well off the line at third. He is about 40 feet away from the third base bag, maybe 30 feet. Now, shortstop Lyons has Teahan ranged up the middle. 3-2 on the way, and Teahan will swing and line one in the left field. Brodin moves in a step and will make the catch on the line drive. So Teahan retired, and there's one away here in the second inning. Umpires for today's game behind home plate is Dan Kiley. Andrew Steinberg is around at first base, and Frank Leparic over at third.
Right fielder, number 9, Michael Hernandez, number 9.
So 1 out, base is empty here is Michael Hernandez, the right fielder. First pitch, and Hernandez takes it outside for ball 1. Hernandez was going to be the Nico Lock player of the game yesterday with some of the key hits he had in the ball game. But because of the heroics of Adam Bailey and, of course, the big hit for Ray Navarrete, they took it away from him. Here Hernandez takes the breaking ball for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Yesterday, Hernandez had an RBI single to center in the 6th inning that put York on top 3-2, and then a 2-run home run the following inning to left. As here he chops one weakly foul at the third base line. The count goes to 1-2. So he had made it 3-2 and then 5-2. And those looked like they were going to be the big hits in the game for York. But then the Ducks rallied back from a 6-3 deficit going into the bottom of the 8th inning to win it 8-6 in a walk-off fashion. So a count of 1-2 here. Hernandez awaits at the plate. Butkovic continues to work out of the stretch, and the 1-2 is swung on and lined into right field for a base hit. Hall had him shaded up the middle. Wasn't going to get to that anyway. So Hernandez picks up the third hit of the game for York. And there's a runner at first base with one man out.
Hitting in the 7th position, the catcher.
Back on June the 30th at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey, Willis was scheduled to start the Sunday game of the 4-game series. Was scratched last minute when he felt some forearm tightness while warming up in the bullpen. So Pete Butkovic's had to get thrust into the starter role no more than about 20 or so minutes before the game. First pitch here is a big swing and a miss by Salvador Paniagua for strike 1. Butkovic ended up turning in a decent start. 5 innings of work. He gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, one of which was earned. Did walk 4 batters and struck out 4. But the Patriots ended up winning the game 7-1. 0-1 here. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. And the count quickly 0-2 on Paniagua, who's hitting .282 this season with 10 home runs and 36 runs batted in. 0-2 pitch upcoming from the right-hander. Butkovic set at the belt, kicks and fires, and Paniagua swings and hits a ground ball to short. Lyons waits, flips to second for 1. The turn to first is in time. A 6-4-3 double play hit into by Salvador Paniagua, and again, Butkovic works out of a little bit of trouble here in the second inning. No runs, a hit, nobody left on base. We take this game to the bottom of the second here at Bethpage Ballpark with the Ducks and the Revolution scoreless on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Ducks and the York Revolution. Ducks will hit the road for 9 games after today. They will have the day off tomorrow. Then they head to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where they will play 3 games against the Barnstormers Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And after the 3-game set, they will then head to Sugar Land, Texas for their second and final visit of the regular season. Very well could see Sugar Land in the postseason. And they will play 6 games against the Skeeters from Friday through the following Wednesday. So a 9-game road trip for the Ducks. They'll then return home on Thursday, August the 15th, and they will open up a 4-game series against the York Revolution. That night, 7:05 start time, 6:05 gates will open. And we'll have all the action for you here at Bethpage Ballpark as the Ducks return home from their season-long 9-game road swing. Fans can follow all the action, too, on the road trip. Any Monday through Thursday game will be broadcast on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online at liducks.com as well. And the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday games from Sugar Land will be on the Ducks radio home, 103.9 FM WRCN, where you're tuning in right now, and online as well at WRCN.com. Tom Felice will have the call from Lancaster and Sugar Land. First pitch on the way to Bill Hall. He swings and fouls it back over the screen behind home plate. Caroms off the facing of the upper deck, and the count is 0-1. Hall, the second baseman, hitting .278 on the season. Team high, 12 home runs, 45 runs batted in. Ducks were retired in order in the bottom of the first by Tomko, and here Tomko misses outside for ball 1. Hall wearing the high black socks, batting from the right side. Wind whipping up here at Bethpage Ballpark. 1-1, swing and a miss. Hall late on the fastball, and the count 1-2. The wind is blowing very strongly here today from left to right, blowing right out towards that right field foul pole. The flags have been whipping all game long. It's a beautiful day, but that breeze is certainly cooling things down a little bit for the fans here. 1-ball, 2-strike offering from the right-hander, and Hall will take low and outside. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Tomko on the season is 4-6. He has a 4.58 earned run average. This is his 18th start of the year, but his first against the Long Island Ducks. 2-2 on the way. Tomko kicks and fires, and Hall will swing and miss for strike 3. Big breaking ball. And Hall swung through it for the first strikeout of the day for Tomko. And there's one out here in the second inning.
Hitting fifth for Long Island, the designated hitter, number 33, Ryan Strebe. Number 33.
So the one away, Ryan Strebe will come up to bat. Strebe had been batting in the 6th spot the first 2 days he returned to the lineup, first 2 games of this series, and had been playing first base. And the first pitch here misses outside for ball 1. Today, the designated hitter gets the half day off and hits in the number 5 spot. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. And this one is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Good fastball from Tomko to even the count at 1-1. Strebe at .370 on the year, 17 for 46, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. 1-1 from the right-hander. And Strebe takes inside, almost hit him. Almost got him right on that left hip, but it missed for a ball. And the count goes to 2-1 on Strebe. He too wears the high black socks at home plate. Right-hander deals, and Strebe takes a breaking ball, just caught a piece of the outside edge at the knees. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strebe missed about 3 months with a torn ligament in his wrist, and he is back in action. 2-2. Swinging a line drive in a right center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Michael Hernandez will fire it back in. So Strebe has picked up hits in each of his last 3 at-bats, dating back to his final 2 at-bats yesterday. The Ducks have their first hit of the day, and they've got a runner at first with 1 out.
Last night's baseball hero with a 3-run walk-off homer. Here's right fielder, number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13.
That'll bring up Adam Bailey to the plate, and as you heard from Bob Otone, he was the hero last night. Waddle off 3-run home run over the right field wall in the bottom of the 9th inning for his 10th home run of the season, and it gave the Ducks an 8-6 win. It was his first walk-off hit of the year for the Ducks and Long Island's second walk-off homer. First pitch to Adam Bailey, and he takes away inside for ball 1. Bailey hitting .265 on the year, 10 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Strebe does not have good speed. He leads at first, being held on by Tracy. And the 1-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. Defensively for the Revolution, Matt Spencer is in left, Rudy Yan in center, and Michael Hernandez in right. On the infield, Mark Teen at third. Cody Kirkland at short. Andres Perez the second baseman. Chad Tracy is over at first. Salvador Paniagua behind home plate. 1-1 from Tonko. Grounded to first. Tracy fields. He goes to short for one. The turn back to first. Just in time for the double play. 3-6-1 double play. Turn there by the Revolution. And that retires the side in the second inning. So just like the Revolution in the top of the inning, Ducks hit into an inning-ending double play. No runs, a hit, and nobody left on base. We go to the third here at Bethpage Ballpark. No score, Ducks and Revolution on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Well, we go back here to the third inning at Bethpage Ballpark, and there is no score between the Ducks and the York Revolution. It is time for tonight's third inning trivia, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Well, we'll see how much you were paying attention to Atlantic League Baseball of late. We talked a little bit earlier today. Dontrell Willis was signed by AAA Salt Lake, the AAA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, so he will report to AAA Salt Lake. He was not the only player in this ballpark, though, this weekend to be signed by the Angels and report to AAA. There was one other player who was signed by AAA Salt Lake, and the question is, who is that one player? We'll give you a hint because there have been several players, of course, this weekend. It is not a Long Island Duck. So which member of either the Ducks, well, since it's not a Duck, it has to be a member of the York Revolution. Which member of the York Revolution was signed by the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and will report to AAA Salt Lake in the Pacific Coast League? We'll let you think about it. We'll give you the answer in the bottom half of this third inning. Pete Butkovic's back to the mound. And the right-hander will face Matt Spencer, the left fielder, an 8-hitter to lead off here in the third. No score yet between the Ducks and the Revolution. And the first pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. And the count 0-1. Spencer hitting .263 on the season and takes a called strike. That'll run the count to 0-2. Spencer has spent time with the Bluefish, with the Barnstormers, and with the Revolution. 5 homers, 32 runs batted in, all 5 of the long balls coming with York. 0-2, swinging a line drive foul down the right field line into the seats. A bullet off the bat of Spencer, and the count is still 0-2. Time is called here. Butkovich will step off the mound and wait as the right fielder Adam Bailey had to retrieve the baseball and flip it into the bullpen. Butkovich's back on the mound. And an 0-2 pitch upcoming here to Spencer. Right-hander kicks and fires, and Spencer will take low. Count goes to 1-2. Kevin Byes saying before the game he was hoping at best Butkovich could give him 5 innings today. Bullpen has been worked a little bit too much of late. And, of course, when you have Dontrell Willis on the mound, you expect him for at least 7 every time out. 1-2. Just missed outside for ball 2. But, of course, Willis getting signed today, so he is not the starter for today. Instead, it's Butkovics, and Bias hoping to give him 4 or 5 innings before they turn it to the bullpen. 2-2. Breaking ball way upstairs from Butkovics, and the count has gone from 0-2 to 3-2 here on Spencer. Right-hander got ahead of Cody Kirkland, the leadoff hitter in the game, 0-2 before allowing him to walk. And the 3-2 is low for ball 4, so he does it again here to Spencer. Got to be frustrating if you're Steve Foucault or Kevin Baez to see your pitcher get ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes, and miss 4 straight times to allow a walk. So runner at first, nobody out, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Rudy Jan.
Number 7.
Pete Butkovics awaits a fresh baseball. And we'll get a new one from the home plate umpire, Dan Kiley. So up to the plate steps Jan, batting from the left side against the righty Butkovics. Gets the sign and his first offering. Showing bunt, pulling back was Jan. He takes ball 1. Jan at .232 on the season. No home runs, 27 runs batted in. Infield at double play depth with the runner at first. And the pitch on the way. Squaring the bunt again was Jan, and he takes low. And Butkovics now 6 straight out of the strike zone. And he's behind in the count 2-0 on Rudy Jan. Don't want to put the guys at the bottom of the order on consistently and have runners on base when the guys like Perez and Tracy come up to the plate. Here a pop-up in the air to shallow left field. Going out is the shortstop Lyons. Calls off Brodeen, and Lyons will make the catch. So Jan is retired on the pop out to short, and there's one away here in the 3rd inning.
Shortstop, number 16, Cody Kirkland. Number 16.
So that'll bring up the shortstop, Cody Kirkland, who will bat from the right side. As we mentioned earlier, drew a walk in his first trip to the plate back in the opening inning. Kirkland is ready, and the first pitch from Butkovics lined over short and in a left field, a base hit. So Kirkland's got a walk and a single here today. 4th hit of the day for the Revolution. And runners at first and second with only 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Orcas had at least 1 on in every inning so far against Pete Butkovics.
Number 15, Wilson Batista, number 15.
Spencer stops at second on the single. And that'll bring up the DH Wilson Batista with 2 men on and 1 man out. No score yet between the Ducks and the Revolution. Butkovics gets the sign from Henriquez. Runners lead in the first pitch to Batista is a fastball strike. Count 0-1. Batista swung first pitch back in the 1st inning and popped out to left field. Butkovics would love another double play ball like he got from Paniagua back in the 2nd. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Excellent curveball that time from Butkovics, and a big swing and miss from Batista. And the right-hander quickly ahead, 0-2. So he's gotten ahead in the count here on Batista. Spencer leads at second and Kirkland at first with 1 man out. And the 0-2 from the right-hander. Kicks and fires, and Batista takes breaking ball inside. Good block at home plate by Henriquez. Keeps the baseball in front of him, keeps the runners where they are. Ducks with their win last night improved to 17-12 here in the second half. 47-52 in the 2013 season. They're now 4.5 games up on the Bridgeport Bluefish thanks to Bridgeport's loss last night. 1-2. Swinging a line drive foul down the left field line. Slashed at the plate by Batista, but late on it, and so the count stays at 1-2. Revolution fell to 11-19 here in the second half. 9.5 games in back of the Sugar Land Skeeters. They're in last place on the Revolution in the Freedom Division and are 47-52 overall this season. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good fastball down low for Butkovics, his first strikeout of the game. And there's 2 away here in the third inning.
Quick
Quick correction, York is 47 and 53. The Ducks are 47 and 52. This is game number 100 of the season for the Ducks, so they have exactly 40 games to go in the regular season after today.
Andres Perez, number 39.
So with 2 away and 2 men on, Andres Perez will come to the plate, batting from the right side. Perez doubled to right in the first, but was thrown out trying to score in a single to left from Chad Tracy. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch to Perez, and the breaking ball is in for a called strike, and the count 0-1. Perez last night was 2 for 5, 3 runs batted in, and he picked up 2 doubles last night and 1 here today, so he's up to 28 on the season. Runners lead in the 0-1 from Butkovics. Swung on and grounded towards the middle. Lyons dives, can't get it. It's in a center field, a base hit. Around third and in to score is Spencer. And it's an RBI single to center for Andres Perez, his second hit of the day. And the Revolution strike first. They lead it 1-0 here in the third. Lions had Perez shaded to the left side. A little surprising to see that, even though he is a righty hitter. But the way Perez has been driving the ball towards right field here in this series. So Perez picks up the run batted in. And that is his 59th RBI of the season. So now runners at first and second, still 2 out. And that brings up Chad Tracy, the first baseman. And again, 2 out hits coming back to bite the Ducks. First pitch, and this breaking ball swung on and missed by Tracy. Oh, it might have actually been fouled off of Henriquez at home plate. He appears to be shaken up at home plate, does Henriquez. And the count is 0-1. Tracy single to left his first time up. And when Tracy singled, Perez tried to score from third, then tried to put the stop sign on, and Perez tried to return to third and got caught in a rundown. Here comes the 0-1. Butkovics kicks and deals, and the breaking ball grounded hard and foul down the left field line. And the count quickly, 0-2. So Matt Spencer scores the first run of the game. For the York Revolution. Kirkland the runner at second, and Perez the runner at first. Time is called here. I believe the ball is out in shallow left field or somewhere along the line. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, will go out and get the baseball and hand it to a fan in the crowd. And then will return back to his position at short. So the Revolution out hitting the Ducks 5-1 here early on in the game, and they lead 1-0. Again, Pete Butkovics making a spot start today as Dontrell Willis got scratched from the lineup because he was signed by the Los Angeles Angels organization. 0-2 to Tracy, swinging a pop-up on the infield. First base side, foul territory. Henriquez sheds the mask, and on the warning track, he will make the catch for the final out of the inning. So all things considered, Butkovics gets out of further trouble, but he does give up a run on 2 hits. No errors, 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's the Revolution 1, the Ducks nothing on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. One more, please. Well, back here at Bethpage Ballpark, 1-0 Revolution as we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's time for the answer to today's third inning trivia, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. We gave you the question in the top half of the third inning. Dontrell Willis getting signed today by the Angels organization. He's going to report to AAA Salt Lake. He is not the only player here in this ballpark to have been signed by the Angels this weekend, and will report to AAA Salt Lake. Who was the other? It was a member of the Revolution, and it was Andy Marte. On Friday, Andy Marte was signed by the Los Angeles Angels organization. Check that, yesterday. He was signed by the Angels organization and is going to go to AAA Salt Lake, and he is now going to be teammates with Dontrell Willis, who was signed by the Angels today, and also apparently Jason Urquidez, the closer for the Lancaster Barnstormers. He too was signed by the Angels and will go to AAA Salt Lake. First pitch is a fastball strike to Ralph Henriquez from Brett Tomko here in the third. So the Angels basically using the Atlantic League as their farm system right now. 0-1 to Henriquez, and that's way outside for a ball to even the count at 1-1. And they get a quality pitcher in Dontrell Willis in terms of a starter, a quality reliever in Jason Urquidez, and a power bat in Andy Marte. 1-1. Swinging a chopper here to second. Perez will field and throw to first in time for the out. And there's one away here in the third inning. Tomko has been strong so far. He's allowed just one hit, the single to right by Strebe last inning.
Craig Binnick, number 24.
So the Ducks just one hit so far through the first 2 1/3 innings, and that will bring up Craig Binnick, who will bat from the right side. From the windup, first pitch from Tomko. Missed inside for ball 1. Binnick at .229 on the season. He's got 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. 22 of 96 so far in a Ducks uniform. 1-0 from the righty, and Binnick will swing and miss. Late on the fastball. And the count now goes to 0-2. Right-hander ready, deals, and Binnick takes up high for a ball. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch on the outside corner, strike 3 called. So Binnick is frozen on a fastball on the outside edge. Quickly 2 strikeouts for Tomko. And quickly 2 outs here in the third.
Hitting in the 9th position for your Long Island Ducks, the shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
So with 2 men out and the bases empty, Dan Lyons is going to come up to the plate and bat from the right side. Tomko's first pitch to him is a fastball low for ball 1. Tomko working quickly here early in this game. As we mentioned, he is 4-6 this year, 4.58 earned run average. Last time out, 2 runs on 5 hits in 7 innings, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and a 3-2 loss to Camden. Here a liner in a center by Lyons, and a diving catch in center field by Rudy Yan. Nice grab from Yan. And that's the final out of a 1-2-3 third inning. So another strong inning for Tomko. Ducks go in order, and we go to the fourth. 1-0 Revolution on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Fans discover the real difference at Huntington Honda and find Long Island's all-star lineup of over 1,200 new Hondas. Huntington Honda steps up to the plate to treat every customer with no pressure, respect, and grand slam service after the sale. Discover the real difference and a winning buying experience at HuntingtonHondaCars.com, and then visit Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110. To the fourth inning we go. Revolution, 1 run on 5 hits, no errors. For the Ducks, no runs on 1 hit and no errors. And Pete Butkovic's back on the mound for his 4th inning of work, filling in for Dontrell Willis, who was signed today by the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And the first pitch to Mark Teahen misses outside for ball 1. Teahen fly to left in his first at-bat. That was back in the 2nd inning. And the 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball missed upstairs for ball 2. Give you some updates on the out-of-town scoreboard here in this inning as well. Get you caught up on what is going on around the Atlantic League. Here comes a 2-0. And that swung on and missed by Teahen. Good fastball from Budkovic. And the count 2-1. There's one game going on right now in the Atlantic League. That's in Bridgewater, New Jersey, where the Somerset Patriots have a 1-0 lead over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Bottom half of inning number 3. 2-1. Teahen takes, and that's low for ball 3. Eric Arneson, the starter today for the Patriots. Ian Marshall will go for the Blue Crabs in a matchup of right-handers. John Skelton's driven in the only run of the game so far. 3-1. Swinging a ground ball foul to the Ducks dugout on the first base side. Count full at 3-2. Dontrell Willis is still here. He is in the dugout right now, sitting on the top step, watching the action, cheering on his teammates one final time before he heads to join the AAA Salt Lake Bees. Jeremy Hill played for AAA Salt Lake back in 2010 before he came to Long Island and played the last 2 seasons with the Ducks before retiring at the end of last year. 3-2 pitch up coming here to Mark Teahen, leading off in the 4th. Budkovic's pitch, and that's outside for ball 4. Third walk of the day allowed by the right-hander. He has struck out just 1. So the leadoff man is on for a second straight inning. 3 of the walks for Budkovic, all 3 of his walks have been leading off an inning. That'll bring up the right fielder Michael Hernandez with 1 on and nobody out. Good news for the Ducks up in Bridgeport. Skeeters defeat the Bluefish again, 6-5. Sugarland wins it. So the Ducks will remain at least 4.5 games up on Bridgeport in the Liberty Division standings. Winning pitcher was Marshall. Jay Marshall in relief. He goes to 2-0. Jeff Volchino took the loss to fall to 1-1, and Schlichting, that's the correct pronunciation. There's a called strike, count 1-1. Schlichting will go with Schlichting. Got the first save of the year for the Skeeters. Jeff Dominguez hit his 4th home run of the year for Sugarland. Yusuf Carter his 11th for Bridgeport. Big breaking ball drops in for strike 2. And Hernandez behind in the count 0-2. So the Skeeters another win and the Bluefish another loss. Ducks also were helped out in Camden today where the Barnstormers defeated the River Sharks 5-4. 0-2 pitch from the right-hander, and Hernandez will take low. Big breaking ball, and holding off on the swing was Hernandez, count 1-2. Winning pitcher was Dwayne Pollock, his league-leading 13th win of the year. He is now 13-3. The loser was Joey Williamson, who falls to 0-1. And Downs earned his 2nd save of the year for the Barnstormers. 1-2, upstairs. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Harvey hit his 20th home run of the season. Sam's his 2nd of the year for Camden. So Budkovic's got ahead 0-2. Now it's 2-2. And his pitch to Hernandez, a breaking ball, fouled off. First base side out of play. Do it once again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Budkovic's having a little bit of trouble trying to put away some hitters here today. He's gotten 2 strikes on many, but has just 1 strikeout. That was Wilson Batista in the 3rd. He's given up 5 hits, 3 walks, but so far just 1 run. Two on the way from the right-hander. Kicks and fires, and this is swung on and fouled off again by Hernandez. just to the first base side of home plate. As for the Major League scoreboard, Royals defeat the Mets today 6-2 at Citi Field. Irvin Santana, the win, improves to 8-6. Zach Wheeler took the loss to fall to 4-2. One home run in the game. Mike Moustakas, his 10th of the year for Kansas City. And the 2-2. Breaking ball hit high in the air to left center field. Pretty well hit, but playable for the center fielder, Binnick. Retreats back and will make the catch as he comes in now. And retreating back to first base is Tian. And that is out number 1 here in the 4th.
Catcher number 34, Salvador Paniagua, number 34.
So with the one away and the runner still at first, here is the catcher Salvador Paniagua, who hit into a double play his first time up. Nelson plays close to the line at third. Navarrete holds on the runner at first. That is Mark Tian. And the first pitch from Butkovics. Fastball missed way outside for ball 1. Paniagua fell behind 0-2 in the second with the runner at first and 1 out, and hit into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. Here's the 1-0. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on in line into left field for a base hit. Tian will round second, but he's going to hold on there as Brodin fires it back in. So a single to left for Salvador Paniagua. 6th hit of the game for the Revolution, and they've got runners at first and second with only 1 out here in the 4th. So the Revolution continuing to hit the ball well against Ducks pitching this year. Entering today's game, Revolution had a tremendous average against the Ducks. This is the 13th game of the year between these two teams. In the first 12 games, Revolution have a .342 team batting average against the Ducks. The Ducks pitching staff a 6.77 ERA. York is 8-4 against Long Island this season, and their offense has been a big reason why. Here in the second half, though, the offense has been struggling for York, but the Ducks providing to be a good medicine for them. They won the first game of the series. Heartbreaking loss yesterday for York, as here Butkovics misses low for ball 1. And today the rubber game of the 3-game set. Ducks trying to end a 2-series losing streak. Ducks had won the first 6 series of the second half and have dropped each of their last 2 series. Trying to avoid a 3rd straight series loss here today. 1-0 from the right-hander. Kicks and fires, and this is swung and hit high in the air to right field. Pretty well hit. Turning back and looking, and you can forget it. It's a 3-run home run out to right field for Matt Spencer, his 6th of the season, all 6 of which have come with the York Revolution. And not a big hit, because it's now 4-0 in favor of York. The 8-hitter Matt Spencer, who had struggled this year until he got to York and has found his swing with the Revolution, comes to the plate with the big 3-run home run in the 4th. And York now with a commanding 4-0 lead.
Number 7, Rudy Yon. Number 7.
So Spencer with his 6th home run of the season. RBIs 33, 34, and 35. He has scored 2 runs now here in the game. And here first pitch swinging, Rudy Yon pumps one in the air to left field. Brodin moving in, he will make the basket catch. So Yon is retired. And there's 2 away here in the 4th inning. So Butkovics was staving off the damage up till that point. And he left one right over the middle of the plate to Spencer, who wasn't going to miss it. And he uncorks the 3-run home run to right field. 7th hit of the game for the Revolution has given them a 4-run advantage here. And with the way Tomko is pitching so far, it's going to be tough for the Ducks to try and find a way to come back. Now down by 4. Got to find a way to get through to Tomko. So here is Cody Kirkland to the plate, who has walked and singled in his 2 trips to the plate here today, and now chops one foul up the third baseline. And the count 0-1 on Kirkland, who drew a walk in the first inning, then was caught stealing. Single to left and advanced to second in the third, but was stranded there. So York now leads the Ducks by 4, thanks to the 3-run home run by Spencer, his 2nd long ball of the series. He had a grand slam here on Friday night. 0-1. is in there for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-2 on Cody Kirkland. Yesterday, Kirkland was 3 for 4 at the plate, had his 17th double of the year, scored 2 runs as well. And here he swings and misses for strike 3. So Bud picks up his second strikeout of the inning and avoids second strikeout of the game, and avoids further trouble. But the Revolution get 3 runs on 2 hits and a walk in the inning. No errors, bases are left empty. We go to the fourth, bottom of the fourth here at Bethpage Ballpark. It is now 4-0 Revolution on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Bottom of the fourth inning, Revolution with a 4-0 lead over the Long Island Ducks. And fans, now you can enjoy the taste of the Australian Outback at discounted prices just by attending Ducks games here at Bethpage Ballpark. During every Friday home game, Ducks staff members will be handing out coupons for $5 off with the purchase of 2 lunch entrees at Outback Steakhouse. And whether you're enjoying one of their delicious USDA choice steaks or one of many Aussie-tizers, Outback takes great pride in serving the freshest, highest quality foods possible. They're now open on Saturday and Sunday for lunch beginning at 11 o'clock a.m. And you can join them every Wednesday as well for No Worries Wednesday with a complete meal for 2 starting at just $25. At Outback, it's all about the quality and all about the food. So, with the bases empty and nobody out as we begin the bottom of the fourth, up to the plate steps Joe Ash Brodeen. It'll be the top part of the Ducks order. Long Island with just 1 hit so far through the first 3 innings. The Ducks now trail by 4. Squares to bunt, pulls back, and he takes the ball down low. Count 1-0. Brodeen grounded his second his first time up. Tomko's faced the minimum 9 through the first 3 innings. The only base runner that singled to right by Strebe in the second. And here Brodeen lines one down the left field line, slicing foul and back into the seats. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Tomko's 1-1, swung on and fisted out into center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Shortstop Kirkland fields in shallow center and will flip it back in. So Joe Ash Brodeen with his first hit of the game. And the Ducks have their second hit of the day.
Ducks first baseman, number 16.
Joe Ash Brodeen, that is his 122nd hit of the season. Bridgeport's Daniel Maiora today was 0 for 4, so back on the top of the Atlantic League leaderboard in the hit department is Brodeen by 1 over Daniel Maiora. And here is Navarrete with a runner at first, nobody out. First pitch, and Navarrete takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Navarrete lined a bullet in the center field back in the first inning. But Rudy Yan made a nice diving catch to rob Navarrete of his 1,000th first hit in the Atlantic League. 0-1. That fastball missed outside for ball 1. Got about 1 score on the out-of-town scoreboard. Yankees are in San Diego today to take on the Padres. All San Diego so far, they lead at 6-0. Ian Kennedy pitching for San Diego. Phil Hughes started last at just 2 1/3 for the Yankees. Throw over to first. Brodeen back safely, and a nice play by Chad Tracy to reach out to his left and grab the baseball. Otherwise, if that gets by him, Brodeen goes down to second. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch up coming to Navarrete. Right-hander deals, and Navarrete takes a breaking ball low and outside for ball 2. course, the way the Ducks have been coming back this season in games, now have 20 come from behind wins this year. No lead really is safe for an opponent. Yesterday, the Ducks were down by 3 going into the bottom of the 8th inning. The 6th win of the year for the Ducks when trailing after 7. The 2-1, swinging a chopper here, foul up the third baseline by Navarrete. And that'll even up the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom half of the 4th inning. And Tomko from the stretch deals 2-2. Navarrete will take low and outside. Brodin started to take a couple steps towards second after the ball hit the dirt, but stays put at first. So the count full at 3-2. Ducks trying to get a couple base runners on to start here this inning with Brian Nelson and Bill Hall, and then Ryan Strebe waiting as the next 3 up to the plate. Here's the 3-2. Brodin goes, and Navarrete swings and grounds one foul, third base side. Kevin Baez, manager and third base coach of the Ducks, will pick the ball up and flip it into the crowd. So we'll do it once again at 3-2, and we'll see if Brodin goes again with the count full. Long look in from Tomko. Now he gets the sign. Turning to throw over to first, and Brodin is back safely. Tomko trying to keep Brodin as close as possible here, not let him get off to a good jump. Brodin does have very good speed, and he is 12 of 17 in the stolen base department this year. 3-2, there goes Brodin. Navarrete grounds one through the right side for a base hit. Brodin around second, he will go to third. And the Ducks will have runners at the corners and nobody out here in the 4th inning. So there is hit number 1001 for Ray Navarrete, and a perfect executed hit and run for the Ducks. Brodin took off for second. The second baseman Perez broke to second base to cover, and Navarrete grounded one that would have normally been right at him, and instead it goes right through the right field side, and Brodin with his speed easily able to make it to third. And so the Ducks have runners at the corners, nobody out, and if Nelson can get on base, then just like that, the tying run comes to the plate. So Long Island just trying to chip away here at their 4-run deficit. And up to the plate steps Nelson with runners at first and third, and nobody out. This pitch is taken downstairs for ball 1. Yesterday, this exact same situation was what led to 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Brodin started with a single to center, and then Navarrete singled to left on a hit and run to put runners at the corners, and Long Island ended up scoring 2 in the inning. Ducks would take that right here, 1-0, and Nelson takes a fastball up high and outside for ball 2. Only difference was this time the single by Navarrete was to the right side instead of to the left side. So good speed at third, not so good speed at first. And Nelson with a count of 2-0. Let's see if he swings away. Pitch from Tomko. Nelson swings, chops one here towards second. Perez fields. He goes to second for 1. That's all they'll get. Ball was dropped, but they will say the out was made at second. So it's an RBI fielder's choice for Brian Nelson. And the Ducks have got on the scoreboard here. They trail 4-1 in the 4th. So the fielder's choice goes 4-6. RBI for Nelson.
Number 6, Bill Hall, number 6.
And for Brian Nelson, that is RBI number 53 on the season. The Ducks now with the runner at first base and 1 out for Bill Hall. First pitch up coming from Tomko to Hall in the righty-righty matchup, and Hall takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Hall was a strikeout victim his first time up, one of 2 strikeouts on the day for the right-hander Tomko. Brett Tomko, a former big leaguer. And the 0-1. That breaking ball hits the outside corner again, and Hall quickly behind, 0-2. Tomko, 14 seasons in the major leagues. He played for 10 different major league organizations. Finished 7th in the NL Rookie of the Year voting in 1997. So he has been playing a long time, parts of 3 different decades. He's played professional baseball. 0-2 is low. Count 1 and 2. He's also played in parts of 3 different decades as a major leaguer. Last was in the big leagues in 2011. And in 2009, he pitched for the New York Yankees early in the season. Wasn't on their roster in the playoffs, but the Yankees, of course, did win the World Series that same year in 2009. 1-2, low and outside. So Hall has worked the count from 0-2 to 2-2. Nelson trying to get on, or rather Hall trying to get on base here along with Nelson, who was at first, to bring up Ryan Strebe as the tying run. Ducks trail 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th. And the 2-2 on the way. Hall will take a breaking ball low and outside. Good eye from Hall. And the count has gone full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Hall working a tough at bat here. Trying to make Tomko throw some more pitches, get his pitch count up, and try and find his way on base. See if Nelson goes here with the count of 3-2. He does, and the pitch is low and outside for ball 4. So a great at bat there for Bill Hall. He fell behind 0-2, took 4 straight out of the zone. That's the first walk of the game for a Ducks batter. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. And Long Island now with runners at first and second and only 1 out, and the tying run will come to the plate here in the 4th inning in Ryan Strebe. So the catcher Salvador Paniagua goes to the mound to have a quick chat with Tomko.
Designated hitter number 33, Ryan Strebe, number 33.
Paniagua wants to try and settle down his right-hander, who had allowed just 1 hit through the first 3 innings, but has given up 2 hits and a walk here in this 4th inning. And Strebe with 1 big swing of the bat could equal the score at 4. First pitch on the way from Tomko. Strebe takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Strebe single to right in the 2nd inning. Was retired at second on the double play grounder by Adam Bailey.
Get your peanuts here, roasted salted peanuts.
0-1. And Strebe swings and fists it foul to the top of the screen behind home plate, just on the first base side. And the count quickly 0-2. Strebe has just 1 home run so far this season. That came way back on April the 28th here at Bethpage Ballpark against the Skeeters. Of course, Strebe did miss 3 months with the torn ligament in his wrist. And the 0-2 upstairs on a fastball. Good eye from Strebe. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Strebe yesterday was 2 for 3 at the plate. A run batted in, a run scored. Picked up his 3rd double of the year and drew a pair of walks as well. Terrific day at the plate. RBI single in the 9th made it a 1-run game and set the stage for Bailey. The 1-2, swinging a foul ball back behind the plate. So Strebe gets a piece to stay alive once again. And it keeps the count at 1-2. Tomko so far today, 51 pitches, 31 of them for strikes. It'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from the right-hander. Strebe awaits at home plate. And Tomko deals, and Strebe takes a fastball called strike 3 on the outside corner. Tough pitch there from Tomko. Strebe thought it was a little bit outside. Strikeout number 3 for the right-hander. And there's 2 away.
Bucks right fielder number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13.
That'll pass the baton to Adam Bailey. And of course, Bailey knows a thing or two about 3-run home runs. Last night, in the bottom of the 9th inning, a walk-off 3-run shot to right to give the Ducks an 8-6 win. Now trying to tie the game with a 3-run homer here. And the first pitch is taken for a strike. Good breaking ball from Tomko. And it's 0-1. Of course, Bailey would take a hit here, anything to keep the inning alive. Ralph Henriquez waits on deck. Allen trying to chip away. They are now down by 3. And the 0-1. Fastball outside corner, another called strike. Tomko all of a sudden hitting the strike zone with ease, and he's gotten ahead of Bailey, 0-2. Runner at second is Nelson. The runner at first is Hall. 2 hits and a walk in the inning for Long Island. 1 run already in. Ducks looking for more. And here comes the 0-2 to Bailey. Pitch on the way, and it is swung on and hit high in the air, deep to right field. Going back is the right fielder Hernandez. At the warning track, at the wall, he jumps up and you can forget it. A 3-run home run to right field for Adam Bailey. His 11th home run of the season and his second 3-run home run in as many days. And the Ducks have tied it at 4 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Boy, does Adam Bailey have a flair for the dramatic. In the 9th inning yesterday with the Ducks down by 1, he hits a 3-run homer to right to give the Ducks an 8-6 win. And here with the Ducks down by 3 in the bottom of the 4th, he uncorks a 3-run home run just over the leaping try of Michael Hernandez in right. And Long Island has come back from a 4-0 deficit to tie it at 4 here in the 4th inning. So Adam Bailey has hit the last 2 Ducks home runs, both of them 3-run homers, both of them out to right field. This one on an 0-2 pitch. And it is home run number 11 on the year for Bailey. RBIs 42, 43, and 44. And here Henriquez takes it outside for ball 1. So Bailey, in 2 of his last 3 at-bats, has picked up 6 runs batted in. Just incredible. And here Henriquez hits a high, deep drive to right field. Hernandez will turn and watch it fly. You can forget it. Ralph Henriquez with a long solo homer over both walls in right field. It's the 6th of the year for Henriquez. The Ducks go back-to-back in the 4th, and on a 5-run inning, they now lead it 5-4 over the Revolution. Henriquez slaps 5 with Craig Binnick and will come to the dugout. And the Ducks all of a sudden have erupted for 5 runs here in the 4th inning against Brett Tomko. Back-to-back homers for the Flock. And they now have their first lead of the game. Wow, what a drive for Ralph Henriquez over the right field wall. His 6th home run of the season, RBI number 19. And it is now 5-4 Ducks with one blink of an eye here in the 4th inning. First pitch here is low for ball 1 to Craig Binnick. So after the Strebe strikeout, Bailey fell behind 0-2, uncorks the home run to right. 1-0 pitch, Henriquez uncorks a homer to right. And now Binnick takes the one outside for ball 2. So with the home runs, Ducks now up to 93 home runs on the year. If they hit 100 home runs, they will have met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. And Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. 2-0 to Binnick is popped in the air to short. Charging in now is Kirkland. Still racing in, and it's the second baseman Perez who ends up making the call on the catch. And that retires the side, but the Ducks get a standing ovation from the crowd here at Bethpage Ballpark. They stand 8 men to the plate, 5 runs on 4 hits, including a 3-run homer by Adam Bailey and a solo homer by Ralph Henriquez. And after 4 innings here at Bethpage Ballpark, Ducks now on top 5-4 here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN.
Service Center on the main concourse behind home plate to claim your prize. Once again, that lucky seat is section 110.
Well, we've got a new ball game as we go to the top of the 5th inning. The Ducks with a 5-run bottom half of the 4th inning have erased a 4-0 deficit, and they now lead it 5-4. And Pete Putkovics, who got the start today, filling in for Dontrell Willis, who was signed by the Angels organization today, so filling in, taking over for Dontrell Willis, who had gotten signed by the Angels before today's game. He is removed after 4 innings today. He cannot qualify for a win now that the Ducks have the lead, as right-hander Nick DeBar will come into the ballgame. And DeBar will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Revolution order here in the 5th inning. The final line for Budkiewicz, he goes 4 innings today, 7 hits, 4 runs, all of which were earned. Walked 3 and struck out 2. Gave up the 1 home run. A 3-run shot to right by Matt Spencer, which loomed large at the point, but now is not as big of a home run. And on the day, Budkiewicz ended up throwing 71 pitches, 46 for strikes, and that's probably the biggest reason as to why he was removed from this game. He had not started a game since June 30th when he filled in for an injured Dontrell Willis. Then he had last pitched on August the 1st, throwing 2 scoreless innings against Southern Maryland in a 4-2 loss. So the new pitcher is Nick DeBar, and Wilson Batista will come to the plate to lead things off in the 5th inning for the York Revolution. So now the Ducks playing with their first lead of the game. Batista, the DH, bats from the left side. He is 0 for 2 here in today's ball game. DeMar gets the sign. And the first pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Batista fly to left in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third. Again, has missed some time with a groin strain. And the 1-0. That's outside for a ball. And Batista ahead in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes. Batista didn't play in the last 6 games due to an injury. Entered the day hitting .375 against the Ducks this season. 2-0. And that missed low and inside. So Nick DeBar has fallen behind 3-0 here, starting off in the inning against Wilson Batista. And then you got the big bats coming up behind Batista and Perez and Tracy and Tian. And the 3-0 way outside for ball 4. So not the start that Nick DeBar wanted. 4 straight out of the strike zone. And Wilson Batista draws his first walk of the game. 4th walk already given up by Ducks pitching. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Andres Perez.
Second baseman, number 39, Andres Perez, number 39.
So here is Perez, who has had another good day so far. 2 for 2 in his 2 at-bats, and he's driven in a run. Second baseman Hall shades him up the middle. DeBar works out of the stretch. And the first pitch from the right-hander is low and outside on a fastball for ball 1. And now Ralph Henriquez is going to go out to the mound to talk things over with DeBar. DeBar last started here on Friday night through 3 1/3 innings against the Revolution. 4 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Walked 4 and struck out 4. And now needed in relief here today. Probably will only go 1 inning. But again, Kevin Baez with Dontrell Willis getting signed is going to have to go deep into his bullpen. Pitch at least the final 5 innings of this game. Now the Ducks will have a much, much needed off day tomorrow. Their first off day since the All-Star break. 1-0 to Perez. And that fastball is low. And it's 6 balls from Nick DeBar so far here in his relief appearance, and the count 2-0. Perez doubled to right in the first and was thrown out trying to score. Singled to center in the third, an RBI base hit that gave York a 1-0 lead. 2-0 upcoming to Perez. And the pitch. There's a strike. Fastball down the middle. And the count goes to 2-1. Perez has a team-high .426 average entering today against the Ducks. 23 for 54 with 14 RBIs, and he's got 2 hits and 2 at-bats today. 2-1. Low and outside for ball 3, and Nick DeBar 1 more ball away from walking the first 2 hitters of this inning. Right-hander has had trouble with walks all year long and struggling again here early in his relief appearance, trying to protect a 1-run Ducks lead. And here's the 3-1 from DeBar. Pitch on the way. There's a strike. Another good fastball. And the count 3-2. DeBar 2-8 on the year. ERA of an even 6 entering today. 22 games, 13 starts. 82 hits in 84 innings. 62 runs, 56 of them earned. He's walked 34 and struck out 59. 3-2. And Perez takes inside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks allowed by the right-hander Nick DeBar. Fans don't like it. And after the Ducks put 5 runs on the board to take a 5-4 lead, all of a sudden, Nick DeBar can't find the strike zone, and he has walked Batista and Perez to begin this 5th inning. Game was moving along great until last inning when the teams combined for 8 runs. And now here DeBar working himself into trouble here by walking 2. He got into trouble on Friday night because of walks as well. And the first pitch coming to Chad Tracy is taken for a strike. In the 3rd inning of Friday night's game with the Ducks on top 3-1, DeBar walked Yan, Kirkland, and Perez, 3 straight hitters with 1 out, and allowed a sac fly to Marte and a 2-run double by Tracy. Here Tracy, a check swing ground ball, third base side. Nelson charges, fields, bare hands, throws to first, not in time. Tracy beats it out. It's an infield single for the cleanup hitter, and all of a sudden the bases are loaded with nobody outs here in the 5th inning. DeBar couldn't get to it off the mound. Again, as a right-hander, he falls off to the third base side.
Third baseman, number 22.
The only play was for Nelson to try and get him at first. Good try by Nelson, just not in time to get Tracy. So 2 walks, an infield single, and the Revolution have the bases loaded with nobody out, and they have yet to hit the ball out of the infield here this inning. And now the third baseman, Mark Teahan, will come to the plate. DeBar ended up walking 4 batters on Friday night, and all 4 of them came around to score. So DeBar working himself into trouble again here in this inning with walks. And now he's going to need to reach into his bag of tricks to find a way out of this one, keep the Ducks in front 5-4. First pitch on the way. And Teahan swings and misses at a fastball down low. Count 0-1. Teahan today is 0 for 1. He flied to left in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th. Ducks have walked a total of 5 batters today. 2 of those 5 have come around to score, and the other 2 are at 2nd and 3rd right now. 0-1. That missed inside, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. Teahan has spent parts of 7 seasons in the major leagues. Royals from 2005 to 2009, White Sox in 2010 and 2011, and Toronto in 2011. 1-1 is outside for ball 2. Teahan has played in 831 big league games, 264 average, 67 homers, 332 runs batted in. Two-one offering. Swung on and hit high in the air to right center field. Well hit. Pinnock moving over into right center field. Now Bailey is the one who will make the call. He'll make the catch. Tagging from 3rd and coming home to score is Batista. Moving from 2nd to 3rd is Perez. So Teahan gave it a ride and almost hit it out, but instead it's a sac fly and an RBI, and the Revolution have tied the score at 5 apiece. So that Ducks lead did not last long at all. Teahan, his first run batted in of the game,
Right fielder, number 9.
and his 22nd run batted in of the season. So Batista scores from 3rd, Perez goes from 2nd to 3rd, Tracy stays put at 1st. And now runners at the corners, 1 out, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Michael Hernandez. Barr's first pitch to Hernandez is low and inside for ball 1. Hernandez single to right in the 2nd, fly to center in the 4th. So he is 1 for 2 today. Revolution with 8 hits in the game, Ducks with 5. And Henriquez asked for time at home plate. Looked like he got something in his eye. Second time here in this inning, Henriquez has had to ask for time at home plate. Lamar looking for the ground ball double play to get out of further trouble. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Right-hander ready, kicks and fires, and Hernandez takes inside. It's ball 2. Hernandez signed with the Revolution again on July the 22nd. .303 average last year for the Revolution. And a 2-0 is low for ball 3. And DeBar 1 pitch away from walking his 3rd of the inning. Kevin Bias has to start thinking about going to somebody else in his bullpen. Nick DeBar cannot throw strikes here in this 5th inning. I'm sure this has to be frustrating for Baez after taking out Pete Butkovich through 4 innings. And a 3-0 is low and outside for ball 4. Third walk of the inning for the right-hander Nick DeBar. Revolution have had 4 base runners in the inning, 3 on walks, and now Kevin Baez comes out of the dugout. Let's see if this will spell the end for the right-hander. So DeBar just cannot find the strike zone here in his relief appearance. Baez will point to the bullpen, and that's going to be all for Nick DeBar today. Kevin Baez hoping for a good performance, 1 inning in relief for DeBar, but he does not provide it here today. And we'll have a new pitcher after this here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Can add a couple more here. Well, the Ducks get 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th to take a 5-4 lead, but that has quickly evaporated here in the 5th. Nick DeBar comes in to replace Pete Putkovic. Walks 2 hitters, gives up an infield single to Chad Tracy, a sac fly to right by Mark Tien, and another walk to Michael Hernandez. And after 5 batters, Nick DeBar is taken out of the game, and it's now right-hander T.J. Hose who comes in to pitch. Hose got the win in last night's game, pitching a 1-2-3 9th inning. And he comes in with the bases loaded, 1 out, and the score tied at 5. And Salvador Paniagua will come up to bat for the York Revolution. So again, on a day where the Ducks are getting some offense, pitching has not been there for Long Island. It's now been a couple games in a row where the pitching has not been there, specifically 3 straight games where the Ducks have gotten some offense. They had been struggling offensively, but they've got 7 runs here on Friday, 8 runs yesterday, and have 5 on the board through 4 innings today. But the pitching just has not been up to par for Long Island. And the first pitch to Salvador Paniagua misses outside for ball 1. And it certainly hurts that Dontrell Willis gets signed by the Angels organization today, because he had been arguably the most consistent starter for the Ducks this season, aside from maybe James Hauser. 1-0 to Paniagua. That fastball's in for a strike at the belt. Evens up at 1-1. Paniagua grounded a 6-4-3 double play in the 2nd. Single to left and scored in the 4th. Hose looking for another double play ball here. And the 1-1 from the right-hander. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase down low. And the count goes to 1-2. Hose yesterday faced Paniagua in the 9th inning, leading off the inning, and Paniagua flied to left field. Pitched a scoreless inning with the Ducks trailing 6-4, and then Long Island scored 4 in the bottom of the inning to win the game 8-6. Runners lead at every base. Perez at third, Tracy at second, Hernandez at first. And the 1-2, way outside. Good block at home plate by Ralph Henriquez. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Hose on the year has a record of 2-2, 3.97 ERA in 33 games, and he has 1 save as well. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch up coming from the right-hander. Looks in for the sign from Henriquez, gets the pitch he likes. And it's 2-2 on the way. Swinging a chopper here to third. Nelson fields on the tough hop, goes to second for one. No! Hall drops it. They're going to say he's out on the transfer. They're going to say the drop by Hall was on the transfer, so it's an RBI fielder's choice 5-4. A run scores, and the Revolution lead at 6-5. Don't think the Ducks would have been able to get the double play anyway, but they were able to get one. Unfortunately, the third base umpire, Franklin Parrick, ruled that the out was made on the transfer, and they were able to get at least one out. So again, the fielder's choice goes 5-4. It's an RBI for Salvador Paniagua, his 37th of the year. Perez scores from third. Tracy goes from second to third. And retired at second base is Hernandez, 5-4. First pitch up coming here to Matt Spencer. And the pitch on the way is low and inside for ball one. This is a big batter here. So Revolution up by one again. But at the same time, if they can keep it to one, the Ducks would be in decent shape. They cannot allow Spencer to hit a 3-run home run like he did earlier in the game. Last inning, in fact, when he gave the Revolution a 4-0 lead. Quick throw over to first to check on the base runner, Paniagua, who does not have good speed. Not even attempted a stolen base this year. 1-0 from Hose. Pitch on the way, and Spencer takes way outside and low. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Ducks bullpen has been struggling of late. Yesterday, the bullpen gave up 3 runs over 3 innings. The day before that, 6 runs over 5 2/3 innings. And already here today, 2 runs charged to the Ducks bullpen. 2-0. Spencer chops one here foul up the first base line, right in front of the Ducks dugout. And the count goes to 2-1. Runner at third is Chad Tracy. The runner at first is Salvador Paniagua. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And this chopped on the ground to the right side. Hall in the hole will field. He throws over to first for the out. And so TJ Hose is able to come in, record 2 outs, and get out of any further trouble. But 2 runs for the Revolution on just 1 infield single. 3 walks in the inning. No errors were made, and 2 runners were left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through here at Bethpage Ballpark. It's York 6, Long Island 5 on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.5 RCN.
The Long Island Ducks Summer Baseball Clinic for the month of August is coming up shortly on Friday and Saturday, August 16th.
We are back at Bethpage Ballpark. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. York Revolution with a 6-5 lead over the Long Island Ducks. And fans, don't forget about the Take a Duck to Class essay contest, which is back this season. You have a chance to have a member of the Long Island Ducks and Quacker Jack visit your school for an unforgettable day of learning and fun. To enter the contest, stop by your local TD Bank, pick up an entry form, and then write in 250 words or less, "Why my community is important to me," and return your essay to the Ducks. 4 lucky winners will have a chance to have a Ducks player and Quacker Jack visit them at their school for an hour and receive a Visa gift card courtesy of TD Bank. Classmates will also win a prize pack from TD Bank, and what you do with Quacker Jack and a Ducks player in that hour is up to you. Well, Brett Tomko back on the mound. He has the lead back thanks to the 2-run top half of the 5th inning, and it'll be up to the Ducks to try and get that lead back in what has become a seesaw battle here at Bethpage Ballpark. It'll be 9, 1, and 2 in the order for the Ducks. Dan Lyons, Joash Brodin, and Ray Navarrete.
Shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
So here is Lyons to the plate, 0 for 1 in his one trip to the plate today. First pitch, Lyons squares the bunt, pulls back, and he takes low for ball 1. Lyons fly to center back in the third inning. One-0, swinging a ground ball up the third base line, just foul. Looks like Lyons broke his bat, so he will head back to the first base dugout to get a new piece of lumber. Ramon Castro tosses a bat out to him for him to use, and Bat Boy will bring one back to the dugout. Lyons will get some fresh pine tar on that bat before he heads back up to home plate. The Ducks being out hit today 8-5, and they trail on the scoreboard now by 1. That wind still whipping from left to right here at Bethpage Ballpark on a beautiful Sunday night for baseball. 1-1 on the way from Tomko. Lyons swings, lifts this one in the air down the right field line, slicing foul and out of play. And so the count will go to 1-2. Ducks sent 8 men to the plate in the fourth inning. 5 runs on 4 hits, 2 homers in the inning. Back-to-back shots by Bailey and Henriquez. And here Lyons chops one foul behind the plate. Big swing, just got a piece to stay alive. So we'll do it once again at 1-2. Lyons wearing the high black socks and the bright white sneakers at home plate, or cleats I should say at home plate. Here's the 1-2, and Lyons will take low on the fastball from Tomko. Tomko's pitch count jumped up in that fourth inning. He is now up to 65 for the game, 40 for strikes as we begin the fifth. And the 2-2 from the right-hander. Kicks and fires, and Lyons takes the big breaking ball in for a called strike 3. Nice pitch that time from Tomko. That's his 4th strikeout of the day. 3 of the 4 have been looking, and there's one away here in the 5th.
Joash Brodin, number 22.
So with 1 out here in the 5th inning, Joash Brodin will come to the plate. Brodin, 1 for 2 so far today. And the first pitch on the way is taken outside for ball 1. Brodin singled to center to open up that 4th inning. Came around to score on the RBI fielder's choice from Brian Nelson. Grounded to second in the 1st. And the 1-0 on the way. Brodin takes a big breaking ball in for a strike. And count 1-1. Yesterday, Brodin was 1 for 5 of the runs scored. And he is now 4 for 12 here in this series. With a double, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. 1-1 from Tomko. Brodin takes outside. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Tomko, one of 5 players in Revolution history with 10 or more years of big league experience, as Brodin takes ball 3. He has the most with 14 years of major league experience. Right-handed pitcher Frank Castillo, who passed away this past week, was with the Revs in 07 and 08. He had 13 years of big league experience. 3-1. Brodin hits one high in the air to center field, right at Rudy Yan, though, and he will make the catch. That was a bullet line drive off the bat of Joash Brodin. He just happened to hit it right at Rudy Yan. And not the second out here in the 5th. Third most for the Revolution. Outfielder Danny Bautista had 12 years of big league experience, played for York in 07. Juan Rincon, who was the closer this year for York, took the loss yesterday. 10 years, as well as right-handed pitcher David Veras, who had 10 years of experience. He played with York in 08. Big breaking ball, drops over the outside corner for strike one to Ray Navarrete, who singled to right his last time up on a hit and run. Fly to center back in the first. 0-1. That's low and outside. That'll leave it up to count a ball and a strike on Navarrete. Base is empty, 2 men out here in the 5th inning. Tomko trying for a nice bounce back inning after the 5-run fourth by Long Island. 1-1. Big curveball over the outside corner for a strike. And the count 1-2. One ball, 2 strike pitch, and Navarrete swings and taps it foul behind the plate. Just got a piece to stay alive. Pitching mound is in the shadows, as is home plate and the first base line. Third base line as well. Really just shortstop and second base that are still in the sun here today, as well as almost the entire outfield. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Navarrete way out in front of a big breaking ball by Tomko. 5th strikeout of the day for the right-hander, and that retires the side of the 5th. So the Ducks go in order after that big 5-run 4th inning. And we'll take this game to the 6th. Revolution in front 6-5 on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Well, Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappies Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappies Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappies Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks have hit 2 here today, back-to-back home runs in the 4th. Adam Bailey a 3-run homer, Ralph Henriquez a solo shot. The Ducks are 7 away from meeting the Chappies Home Run Challenge, Long Island with 93. The Ducks, again, will head out on a 9-game road trip after today's game, so there's a chance that the Ducks will do it on the road when they go to Lancaster for 3 and Sugar Land for 6. Lancaster is always inviting specifically for lefty hitters for home runs, so Adam Bailey could hit a few more there. He's the only true lefty in the lineup for the Ducks, and then Sugar Land is a little bit better for righties than lefties, but not really the best home run hitting park. First pitch to Rudy Yan, swings and grounds one to second, hard for Bill Hall. He bobbled it, picked it up, throws to first in time for the out. Good job by Hall to stay with it. And on one pitch by TJ Hose, who stays in for the 6th inning, there's one away. Final line on Nick DeBar today in relief, not good. 1/3 of an inning, he gave up 1 hit and 2 runs. Both of them earned 3 walks in the inning. The first 2 batters that he walked, all coming home to score. So again, Nick DeBar is burned by his inability to throw strikes, and he threw no strikeouts in the game. TJ Hose came in, got the RBI fielder's choice from Salvador Paniagua, ground out to second by Spencer, and now a ground out to second by Jan. And back to the top of the order we go for Cody Kirkland. Kirkland bats from the right side. First pitch on the way. And this is taken low for ball 1. Kirkland walked in the first, single to left in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 4th. So he's 1 for 2 with a walk. And the 1-0 is swung on and fisted out in a shallow left field. The shortstop Lyons goes out and makes the nice running catch. Dan Lyons continues to show excellent range at short. And he is one of the best at retreating back into the outfield and making grabs. So Kirkland retired, and there's 2 away. So with the 1 for 3 so far today, Cody Kirkland is now 4 for 12 here in this series. I'll bring up the DH Wilson Batista getting his first action of the series today. TJ Hose delivers a first pitch ball, low and outside, 1-0. Batista drew a walk his last time up, leading off the fifth, and came home to score on the sac fly to right by Mark Tian. 1-0 from Hose. And this chopped on the ground back past the mound. The second baseman Hall charges in. Fields has plenty of time as Batista basically just trots to first slowly. Again, does not have good speed because of the groin injury. And a dominant 1-2-3 inning in the sixth for TJ Hose as he retires the side in order very, very quickly. Needed just 5 pitches in that inning. So York goes down 1-2-3, and we'll go to the bottom of the sixth inning. 6-5 Revolution here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Yeah, one more. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, 6-5 in favor of the York Revolution. 6 runs, 8 hits for York, 5 runs, 5 hits for the Ducks. We have played errorless baseball here today. Michael Pollock with you, bringing you all the action from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. Thanks so much for joining us here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 FM WRCN, and online at liducks.com and the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball. Long Island had a 5-4 lead get erased in the top of the fifth with a 2-run inning by the Revolution. And the pitchers of record right now, Nick DeBar would get the loss for the Ducks, and Brett Tomko, who is the starter for the Revolution and is back out there for the sixth, would be the winner. Still a long way to go here between these two teams, and in the bottom of the sixth inning, be the heart of the order for the Ducks, Nelson, Hall, and Strebe against the right-hander Brett Tomko, who has retired 4 straight after the back-to-back homers by Bailey and Henriquez. So here is Nelson to the plate. And the first pitch on the way from Brett Tomko is taken all the way down the middle for strike 1. Nelson today is 0 for 2. Last time up, though, an RBI fielder's choice in the fourth that scored Brodeen, and then he came around on the 3-run shot by Bailey to right. 0-1 pitch, and Nelson swings and misses. Big breaking ball from Tomko. That's been his best pitch here today. And the count quickly, 0-2. With the 0 for 2 today, Nelson now 4 for 10 here in this series. And the 0-2, breaking ball again. This one on the outside corner for strike 3. So on 3 quick pitches, Tomko retires Nelson. 6 strikeouts for the right-hander. And there's one away.
Bill Hall, number 6.
There's one thing Tomko has done especially well here of late. It is give the Revolution length. His last 5 starts, he has gone 7 innings in each, and all 5 have been quality outings, either 2 or 3 runs allowed. So 6 strikeouts here today. His season high is 8, done a couple of times. Now the first pitch here, Bill Hall fouls it back behind the plate for strike 1. Hall struck out back in the second inning, drew a walk and scored in inning number 4. Be an 0-1 upcoming from the right-hander. Kicks and fires, and Hall will take a breaking ball that just catches a piece of the outside corner. And quickly ahead in the count is Tomko, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. Ducks trail by 1 here in the 6th. There'll be an 0-2 upcoming from the right-hander. Tomko gets the sign, and the pitch on the way is swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts on 3 pitches to retire Nelson and Hall. 7 strikeouts, and 4 of the last 5 Ducks have gone down by way of the strikeout. So 2 men out here in the inning, and that will bring up Ryan Strebe, the Ducks' 5-hitter and designated hitter. First pitch, and then misses outside for ball 1. Strebe singled to right back in the 2nd inning, then struck out looking in the 4th. Tomko's 1-0. Breaking ball, drops in for a strike. Another terrific breaking ball from Tomko. Not much Strebe can do about it. It looks like it's coming up and in right near his head, and then just drops back over the inside corner of the plate. 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball in the air to right center field. Moving over is the right fielder Hernandez, who makes the call on the catch. And it's back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for the right-hander Brett Tomko. So the Ducks are retired in order in the 6th. Let's take this game to the 7th. 6-5 in favor of the Revolution here on the radio home for Ducks baseball, 103.9 RCN. One more here, please. To the 7th inning we go here at Bethpage Ballpark. Revolution have a 6-5 lead still over the Long Island Ducks. They took that lead in the top of the 5th. And as we go to the top of the 7th, new pitcher is in for the Ducks. It's right-handed pitcher Josh Lansford, who takes over for TJ Hose after Hose retired all 5 hitters he faced in relief of Nick Tabar. So Josh Lansford, the new pitcher, he'll face 3, 4, and 5 in the Revolution order. Andres Perez, Chad Tracy, and Mark Tian. Well, Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Then you should follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will also be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. So TJ Hose does his job in relief of Nick Tabar, who ended up throwing 20 pitches and just 6 of them for strikes. TJ Hose, in his inning and 2/3, threw 14 pitches, 8 of which were for strikes. And he retired all 5 hitters he faced. He kept it a 1-run game. And now Josh Lansford will try and do the same. And it'll be Andres Perez to lead off here in inning number 7. It's going to be a tough assignment here for Lansford. Perez has been on base all 3 times. Tracy's been on 2 of the 3 times. And Tian has been on just once of 3, but has driven in a run and scored a run.
Second base for number 39, Andres Perez, number 39.
So here is Perez to the plate, batting from the right side. Great day again for Perez as he continues to carve up Ducks pitching as he has throughout his time as a member of the Revolution. First pitch from Josh Lansford on the way, and Perez swings and pops this one up. Foul territory, first base side. Navarrete in foul ground on the grass will make the catch, and that's the first out. So on one pitch, Josh Lansford gets Perez for the first time today, as Perez before that had a double, an RBI single, a walk, and a run scored. And on that play, Josh Lansford raced all the way over by Navarrete. He knows Navarrete has had some trouble with pop-ups throughout his career, mostly serving as a DH this year, but getting a start at first base again here today. And he easily seemed like he was able to catch that one. So with one out, Chad Tracy will come to the plate, 2 for 3 here today. And Josh Lansford's first pitch on the way is a fastball down the middle for strike 1. Tracy single to left in the first, foul pop up to the catcher in the third, and then it reached on an infield single to third in the 5th. Made it to third base in the 5th inning, but was stranded there. 0-1. That's down low and inside for ball 1. Josh Lansford pitched yesterday. Pitched in the 7th inning. He got Tracy on a fly out to left, Paniagua on a ground out to short, and then gave up a single to center by Tian and a 2-run homer to left by Michael Hernandez. 1-1 is low, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. And again, he'll face Tracy here. And he gets a second out, then it would be Tian and then Hernandez again with 2 outs. So a chance for Lansford to redeem himself here today in a 1-run ball game. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Cut through a pitch diving down in the zone. And the count goes to 2-2. He came in a 1-run game yesterday. It was 3-2 at the time, and the 2-run home run by Hernandez gave the Revolution a 3-run lead. So a very similar situation to yesterday for Josh Lansford. Trying to get the job done here for the Ducks. And the 2-2 to Tracy, way outside. And now the count full at 3-2. Reds still out hitting the Ducks 8-5. Long Island had their only lead in the bottom of the 4th inning when they took a 5-4 advantage. And the 3-2 swung on and popped up left side. Nelson and Lyons converging, and it's going to be Lyons who will make the call and will make the catch. That is the second out of the inning, and a good start again for Josh Lansford here in the 7th inning as he gets 2 quick outs. And now he will face Mark Tian, the 5-hitter and third baseman for York.
Third baseman number 22, Mark
Game still going on in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Blue Crabs have tied the score at 1 in the top of the 7th inning. They now play in the bottom of the 7th. Patriots 1, Blue Crabs 1. Eric Arneston and Ian Marshall, the starters. They are both still pitching in today's ball game. First pitch on the way from Lansford to Tian, and that is on the outside corner. Fastball for strike 1. Again, earlier today, Bluefish fell to the Skeeters 6-5. Marshall got the win for the Skeeters, improved to 2-0. Fulcino, the loss, fell to 1-1, and Schlichting earned his first save of the year. 0-1. Tian takes low and outside for ball 1. Dominguez his 4th home run of the year for the Skeeters, and Carter his 11th for the Bluefish. Barnstormers 5, River Sharks 4 earlier today. Pollock the win, improved to 13-3, and Williamson the loss fell to 0-1. 1-1. Tian swings, grounds one right side and through for a base hit. Boy, this is looking eerily similar to yesterday. First 2 hitters, the 3 and 4 hitters, were retired by Lansford. Tian has picked up a single. That's exactly what Tian did yesterday in the 7th with 2 men out. And now a rematch between Josh Lansford and Michael Hernandez, and Lansford cannot afford to allow Hernandez to hit a 2-run shot like he did yesterday. So again, some 2-out troubles for the Ducks. And here is Mark Tian. Check that. Michael Hernandez with Tian at first. First pitch to Hernandez. He takes a fastball up and in tight for ball 1. Hernandez singled to right in the 2nd, fly to center in the 4th, and drew a walk in the 5th. Has not advanced past first base in today's game. 1-0 from the right-hander. Pitch on the way. Misses up and inside, and it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes. So with the 1 for 2 today, Hernandez is now hitting 4 for 12 here in this series. 2-0 pitch. And it's on the way, and Hernandez takes, and that just missed the inside corner. Not sure where. And it's now 3-0, and Hernandez 1 pitch away from drawing the walk and bringing Salvador Paniagua to the plate. And Lansford's 3-0 on the way is in there for a strike. Good fastball. Lansford looks strong getting the first 2 outs of the inning. He got Perez on a foul pop-up on the first pitch. Got the 3-2 on Tracy and got a pop-up. Then a 1-1 single to right by Tien, and now 3-1 on Hernandez. And the pitch on the way is swung on and missed for strike 2. Good pitch again from Josh Lansford. Now 1 strike away from sending this game to the bottom of the 7th. Revolution 6, Ducks 5. In the rubber game of this 3-game series. And here comes the 3-2. Runner will go on the pitch. There he goes, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Nice job by Josh Lansford to battle back after falling behind 3-0 on Michael Hernandez, and he gets through the 7th without a run. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. Time to stretch here at Bethpage Ballpark. 6-5, the Revolution lead the Ducks here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. We are back here at Bethpage Ballpark, bottom half of inning number 7. Ducks trying to tie the score. They trail by 1, 6-5 here. Brett Tomko back out for his 7th inning of work, and he has been very strong over the last 2 innings. After allowing 5 runs in the 4th inning, 4 of which came with 2 out in the inning. He has retired the last 7 hitters he has faced, including back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings in the 5th and the 6th. And here in the 7th, Ducks will send up Bailey, Henriquez, and Binnick. 2 of the 3 which have done tremendous damage in today's ball game. So, up to the plate steps Adam Bailey to lead off here in the 7th inning. 1 big swing of the bat would tie the score. And this again, the rubber game of the 3-game set. Revolution won on Friday night, 11-7. Ducks the walk-off win yesterday, 8-6. And the first pitch on the way is in for a called strike to Adam Bailey, and the count 0-1. Bailey grounded into a 3-6-1 double play in his first at-bat. That was in the 2nd inning today. And the 0-1 here is outside to even the count at 1-1, but his second at bat, he more than made up for it with a 3-run home run over the right field wall, his second 3-run homer in as many games, and his 11th of the season. 1-1, swing and a miss. Here he chased way low and outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Tomko's curveball has had terrific movement on it over the last couple innings. He's now got 7 strikeouts today. And the 1-2. Off the outside part of the plate. Looked like Tomko had that one slip out of his hand a little bit. I'll even up the count at 2-2 to this point. The right-hander has thrown 89 pitches, 57 for strikes. And if he can get through this inning, it would make 6 consecutive starts in which he has gone 7 innings. 2-2 on the way. And Bailey will swing and tap one weakly here towards third. Going to be a tough play. T in charges, bare hands, throws on the run, and it is just in time to get Bailey at first. What a close play. The fans here at Bethpage Ballpark do not like the call. It was close, but Mark Tien makes a great barehanded play at third to retire Bailey for the first out here in the seventh.
Ducks catcher number 30, Ralph Enriquez, number 30.
That'll bring up Ralph Henriquez to the plate. Henriquez, a switch hitting catcher who hit a solo home run to right back in the fourth inning. And the first pitch on the way is taken on the outside corner for strike one. Henriquez grounded to second in the third inning, then hit a solo homer to right in the fourth. His sixth home run of the year. All six have come batting left-handed, in the 0-1 is outside again. And leaving up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Henriquez has been hitting the ball extremely well of late. On the 1-1, down and inside for a ball, 2-1. Henriquez had been pretty much the everyday catcher for Dontrell Willis. Now that Willis has been signed away, we'll see who he catches. But Henriquez now has picked up a hit in 9 of his last 10 games. 2-1. And Enriquez swings and slashes this one foul down the left field line. And that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Kick and the pitch on the way, and Henriquez swings and misses for strike 3. Excellent curveball diving down and in. Strikeout number 8 for Tomko. It ties his season high. And there are 2 away here in the 7th.
Center fielder number 24, Craig Binnick, number 24.
9 straight retired by Tomko since the back-to-back homers. And here is Craig Binnick to the plate with 2 out and the bases empty in the 7th. First pitch, and Binnick takes up and inside for ball 1. Caroms off the glove of Paniagua and back to the screen. Binnick today 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the 3rd and popped to second in the 4th. (1-0), and it's the outside corner for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Binnick and Lyons, the only 2 that have yet to be on the base pass in this game. Nelson reached once on a fielder's choice. And here Binnick rockets one into center, so that will get him on the bases. 2-out single to center field. And he is now 1 for 3. 6th hit of the game for Long Island. So the Ducks get the speedy Craig Binnick on base. He represents the tying run.
Shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
And that will bring Dan Lyons to the plate. And a double here could tie the score at 6. Lyons 0 for 2 thus far in the game. He bats from the right side against the right-hander Tomko. First pitch up coming from the right-hander. Binnick bluffs, and Lyons pops it up on the infield. Second baseman Perez settles under it, and he will make the catch. So Lyons' first pitch swinging, it does not work out. The 2-out single by Binnick is wasted. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base. That's the first runner the Ducks have left on base here today. And we'll take the game to the 8th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks still trail by 1. It is 6-5 York on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Can I have one more here? New pitcher is in for the Ducks as we go to the 8th inning. It is right-handed pitcher Ian Snell, and he takes over for Josh Lansford, who threw a scoreless 7th inning. We go to the 8th at Bethpage Ballpark. 6 runs, 9 hits for the Revolution. 5 runs, 6 hits for the Ducks. No errors on either side. Revolution have left 6 on base. Ducks have left just 1. But Long Island still trails by 1. And Ian Snell will come on to face Salvador Paniagua, Matt Spencer, and Rudy Yan, 7, 8, and 9 in the York Revolution order today. So after the early offense, Revolution jumped out to a 4-0 lead with a run in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th. Ducks came back with 5 in the bottom of the 4th to take a 5-4 lead. That was short-lived, though, as the Revolution scored 2 in the top of the 5th inning off of Nick DeBar to take a 6-5 lead. First pitch from Snell is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1 to Paniagua, who is 1 for 3 in today's ball game. Right-hander's 1-0 pitch. That's low. Leads up the count at 1-1. Snell pitched here on Friday night. Through 1 inning. Pitched in the 9th with the Ducks trailing by 2, and he gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. No walks and struck out 1. Paniagua did not play on Friday night, so this is the first time these two are meeting in this series. And Paniagua takes low and outside to run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 from Snell, and this is low for ball 3. The count goes to 3-1. Paniagua with a righty swinging catcher. Snell normally is the setup man, but the Ducks again thin a little bit in the bullpen and need Snell to pitch here and keep this a 1-run game. And the right-hander's 3-1. Swung on and missed. Big hack by Paniagua, and the count goes full at 3-2. Paniagua entering today 5th most strikeouts in the Atlantic League with 74. Southern Maryland's Jeremy Owens leads the league with 94. 3-2. Swinging a line drive in a right field heading towards the line. That is going to drop foul. Looked like that was going to potentially be an extra base hit for Paniagua. Unfortunately for the Ducks, it sliced foul. Wind might have helped push that one in a foul territory. Wind has been blowing all day long very strongly from left to right. So that'll be another 3-2 pitch here to Salvador Paniagua. Snell gets the sign and the pitch. Swinging a foul ball back behind home plate upstairs. Ball rebounds back down below, and now a scramble for the baseball. And it bounces right into the glove of a fan sitting down in section 104. So another payoff upcoming from Snell. 8th pitch of the at-bat. And Paniagua will swing and foul it right back to the screen behind the plate. Paniagua continuing to fight here against the right-hander Snell as he begins the 8th inning. And another 3-2. Swinging a pop-up in the air to right field towards the line. Long run for Adam Bailey over along the line in foul territory. He reaches out and makes the running catch. Nice grab down the right field line for Adam Bailey. And that is out number 1 here in the 8th inning. Well, fans, time to chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee, available right now at our concession stands. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes out in the Hamptons.
Number 12, Matt Spencer, number 12.
That'll bring Matt Spencer to the plate. Bats from the left side. Update you on the out-of-town scoreboard in the major leagues. Again, the Mets lost earlier today 6-2 to the Royals. Irvin Santana, the win, improved to 8-6. Zach Wheeler, the loss, fell to 4-2. Mike Moustakas hit his 10th home run of this season for Kansas City. First pitch on the way from Snell to Spencer, and he takes outside for ball 1. Yankees lost to the Padres 6-3 out in San Diego. Ian Kennedy, the former Yankee, got the win, who improved to 4-8. Phil Hughes took the loss 4-10. As here, Snell misses low for ball 2. Houston Street earned his 21st save of the year. Austin Romine, his first major league home run, hit in the 7th inning of the game. So congratulations to Romine. 2-0. That's in for a called strike. It's fastball, and the count goes to 2-1. And the World Golf Championships Bridgestone Invitational, Tiger Woods was the winner. Finished 15 under par. And here Spencer takes low and outside for ball 3. And for the second straight hitter, Snell is behind 3-1. Spencer has a home run, a 3-run shot in the fourth, walked and scored in the third as well. And the 3-1, swung on and lifted in the air, foul, third base side. The count full at 3-2. Spencer also grounded a second in the fifth inning. Mad scramble for the baseball off to our left. So we'll have another 3-2 pitch upcoming. Snell looking in for the sign, and now time is called at home plate by Spencer. 2 home runs in the series for Spencer, and the 3-2 swung on and crushed deep down the right field line, but foul. Way out in front of that pitch, and he hit it up onto the handicap ramp down the right field line. And a whole bunch of kids scrambling for that baseball on the handicap ramp. So we'll have another 3-ball, 2-strike offering. Snell looking in a home plate. Henriquez giving the signs. And now Snell gets the pitch he likes, and another 3-2 on the way. Spencer will take low and inside, and that's ball 4. It's 2 long at bats here for Ian Snell. And he allows the 1-out walk to Spencer. Second time Spencer has walked in the game, and that's the 7th walk allowed by Ducks pitching today.
Rudy Yon, number 7.
Ducks do not want to give up any more runs here in the 8th. They trail by just 1. I want to keep it that way, give the offense a chance to come back in this game. Here's Rudy Yon at the plate. He is 0 for 3. Only Revolution batter that has yet to reach base here in this game, and he fouls one back to the screen behind home plate for strike 1. Jan has popped to short, flied to left, and grounded to second in his 3 at-bats here today. Oh, 1 pitch upcoming. Getting the sign is Snell. Kicks and fires, and this is way outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. 18 pitches already for Snell. On the season, he is 0-2 with a 5.40 ERA through 40 games. 1-1. Popped in the air, foul, third base side, back into the seats. And we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rubber game of a 3-game series here tonight. Revolution won the opener. Ducks won yesterday in dramatic fashion, and now trail 6-5 here in the final game of the set. Final game of a 7-game homestand for the Ducks as well. Jan has gone just 2-4 so far on the 7-game homestand, and now Jan asks for time at home plate. Ducks trying to avoid a 3rd straight series loss. And the 1-2 pitch is in there, a called strike 3 over the outside corner. Jan did not like the call. Now he's at home plate having a chat with Dan Kiley. Or at least just says a couple words before he will return to the third base dugout. First strikeout for Ian Snell. And the 4th for Ducks pitching today. 2 men out here in the 8th inning. And that will bring up the shortstop, Cody Kirkland. Not a troubling sign for the Ducks. They have just 4 strikeouts today, but have walked 7 batters. The Ducks can find a way to come back and win. It won't matter, but obviously you don't want to be walking more than you strike out. So 2 away here is Cody Kirkland, who is 1 for 3 with a walk today. And the first pitch is taken low for ball 1. Kirkland walked in the first, singled to left in the third, struck out in the 4th, and lined to short in the 6th. 1-0 from Snell. That's low and outside for ball 2. Ray Navarrete holding on the runner at first. That's Spencer. He drew a 1-out walk here in the 8th. 2-0 pitch on the way. And this swung and fisted foul. First base side, looping into the crowd. And the count goes to 2-1. Pitching matchup for Tuesday night's game. First game of the series in Lancaster. It'll be lefty Matt Way for the Ducks, making his second start, returning from an injury. 3-5, 4.45 ERA this year. 2-1. Fastball missed outside for ball 3. Fellow lefty Rich Rundles will start for the Barnstormers. He is 3-0 with a 0.97 earned run average. Ducks' first visit to Lancaster since June 14th through the 16th. This pitch fouled off. First base side of home plate, went upstairs and then bounced back down below. So the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 men out. Runner will go from first with 2 down, and the payoff upcoming from the right-hander Snell. Kirkland waves the bat at home plate, and now the 3-2. Swing and fouled off again, first base side out of play. And it'll be another 3-2 pitch. Ducks will send Bill Murphy to the mound on Wednesday, and then James Hauser will go on Thursday. The Ducks will skip over Nick DeBar because of the day off tomorrow. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. Snell blew him away with a fastball. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Snell, and he works around the 1-out walk to Matt Spencer. So no runs, no hits, a walk and a man left on base. To the bottom of the 8th inning we go. 6-5 York on the radio home for Ducks baseball, 103.9 RCN. Yeah, one more. Top of the order for the Ducks here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They still trail by 1. Neither side has scored since the 2-run top of the 5th inning for the Revolution, which has proved to be the difference in today's ball game right now. And 2 runs getting scored off Nick DeBar that inning. He walked 2 straight to open the inning. Sac fly to right by Mark Tien, and then a couple batters later, a fielder's choice grounder by Salvador Paniagua that scored Andres Perez. And his run the difference right now. Joe Asbrodine, Ray Navarrete, Brian Nelson due up. Ducks with a chance here to try and tie the game, if not take the lead before the top of the 9th inning. And Brett Tomko back onto the mound for his 8th inning of work. First pitch, and Brodine takes outside for ball 1. Tomko has gone at least 7 innings in each of his last 6 outings now. And the 1-0 to Brodine. Swinging a line drive over first, foul down the right field line. That evens the count at 1-1. Season long for Tomko was 7 innings. He has gone 7 innings several times this year, so if he gets 1 out in the inning, he'll have a new season long for an outing. Had a string, though, 5 straight quality starts snapped here today, 1-1. And that fastball missed outside for ball 2-2 Brodine, who was 1 for 3 today. His one hit was a single to center and a run scored back in the 4th. 2-1 pitch, and Brodine swings and chops one foul to the Ducks dugout on the first base side. And the count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brodeen is also grounded to second and fly to center. Grounder in the first, a fly out in the 5th. Here comes a 2-2 from the right-hander. Gets the sign. And a pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball here to the right side. That is going to sneak through for a base hit. So a leadoff single here in the 8th inning for Joash Brodeen, his second hit of the game. And the Ducks get the tying run on immediately to start off here in the 8th inning.
Ducks first baseman, number 16, Ray Navarrete, number 16.
So what do you do here if you're Kevin Baez? Do you try and get Navarrete to lay down a bunt and move the tying run in a scoring position, the speedy Brodeen, with Nelson and Hall waiting in the wings, or do you let Navarrete swing away here and potentially hit into a double play? He does not run well up the first base line. So let's see what Baez does. Navarrete waits at the plate, first pitch, and Navarrete will take up and inside for ball 1. He was not squaring the bunt. Count 1-0. Not surprising. Kevin Baez often does not like to put the bunt sign down, and Navarrete not really a notorious bunter. Navarrete 1 for 3 today. He singled the right back in the 4th. A 1-0. Slider misses low and outside, and Ray quickly ahead here. 2 balls and no strikes. Navarrete had the single to right in the 4th, struck out swinging in the 5th, fly to center in the 1st. 2-0 the count. Pitch on the way from Tomko. Navarrete swings and lines one down the left field line. That is going to be a base hit. It's going to roll into the left field corner. Brodeen goes to second. He'll stop right there. Nice job by the left fielder, Spencer, to cut that ball off and fire it back in. That looked like it was ticketed for the left field corner. Spencer got over there quickly to cut it off. But Navarrete with his second hit of the game, and the Ducks are set up here first and second with nobody out, and Kevin Baez is going to get a pinch runner over at first base.
Attention, boys and girls, here's the time you've been waiting for. It's time for you to line up.
So Navarrete with 2 hits today, now at 1,002 for his Atlantic League career, and now at 934 in his Ducks career. So Navarrete, who was the first baseman, is going to get pinch run for by P.J. Phillips. Phillips normally a second baseman or outfielder, so he'll likely go to left field, and then Brodeen will go to first base. So Phillips is going to be the pinch runner at first. Give the Ducks more speed again. He represents the go-ahead run. And now Brian Nelson will come to the plate, and the Ducks have a crack here and an extra base hit. And a double with P.J. Phillips' speed should give the Ducks a 7-6 lead going into the 9th.
One of the Ducks third baseman, number 21, Brian Nelson, number 21.
So first and second, nobody out here in the inning. And here is Brian Nelson to the plate. Red Tomko still on the mound here. Nelson today is 0 for 3, does have a run batted in and a run scored. Tomko kicks, turns back to second. And Brodeen gets back to the bag. Tomko at 107 pitches right now, 68 for strikes. First pitch on the way to Nelson. He takes, and the fastball is low and outside for ball 1. Nelson did not square the bunt. A bunt would move the runners into scoring position with 1 out, and a single from either Hall or Strebe would tie the game most likely. But Nelson has had a penchant for clutch hits throughout his career, and he will get the swing away sign from Kevin Baez most likely. 1-0 from Tomko. Nelson takes, and that's outside. You can tell Tomko is tiring a little bit here in this game. He's fallen behind 2-0 on each of the last 2 hitters, was behind 2-1 on Brodeen. And now John Halama is going to come out to the mound. And Halama's going to have a chat with the right-hander. So here in the bottom of the 8th inning, the Ducks trail 6-5. They have closed to within 1 in the hit column. 9-8, the Revolution lead it. But the Ducks threatening here for the first time since that 4th inning. Tomko had retired 9 straight before allowing a single to Binnick in the 7th. Got out of the inning and now has given up leadoff base hits to Brodeen and Navarrete here in the 8th.
Everybody clap your hands.
So a 2-ball, no-strike pitch upcoming to Nelson. Good hitters count here. And an extra base hit with Phillips at first could likely give the Ducks the lead. It would definitely tie the game. 2-0. Nelson takes, and that misses the outside corner for ball 3. And now one pitch away from walking Nelson to load the bases, put the tying run 90 feet away from home plate, and Bill Hall would come to the plate. I'm sure Nelson will take all the way here at 3-0. Tomko gets the sign, his pitch, and Nelson does take a strike down the middle. And the count 3-1. Bill Hall will be next. Nelson hitting from the left side where he's got tremendous power this year. All of his 11 home runs have come batting left-handed. And the 3-1. Swinging a high pop-up, foul behind the plate. A little bit out in front of that pitch from Tomko. And the count full at 3-2. Brodin at second, Phillips at first. Both have excellent speed. And a 3-ball, 2-strike offering upcoming. Can't imagine the runners will go, but we will wait and see. And the 3-2 is swung on and grounded through the right side. A base hit for Brian Nelson. Brodin on his way to third. He's going to be sent around by Kevin Baez. The throw to the plate from Michael Hernandez is not in time. Brodin slides in safely. An RBI single for Brian Nelson. And the Ducks have tied it at 6 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nelson comes through again. A 2-strike single in between first and second. Kevin Baez sent Brodin around, and Hernandez's throw was up the first baseline slightly. Second run batted in of the game for Brian Nelson, his 54th of the year. And now the Ducks with the go-ahead run at second base, and Nelson at first, and still nobody out. And Tomko looks like he is going to stay in this game. Mark Mason continuing to stick with the right-hander, despite showing some fatigue here in the 8th inning. And here is Bill Hall with a chance to put the Ducks in front. Now identical on the scoreboard, 6 runs and 9 hits for each team. First pitch on the way to Hall. He swings, and it's a high pop-up in the air to shallow center. Tosses away the bat in disgust. Jan will settle under it, and he will make the catch. So Hall is retired on 1 pitch and not happy about it. And that's the first out here in the 8th inning. That'll leave it up to Ryan Strebe, who will come to the plate.
Number 33, Ryan Strebe.
And as long as Strebe does not hit into a double play, then you've got Adam Bailey, who has had a couple of dramatic hits over the last 2 days, coming to the plate. So Strebe will step up to home plate. He singled to right in the 2nd inning, struck out looking in the 4th, and fly to right in the 6th. Again, a base hit with P.J. Phillips' speed should give the Ducks the lead. First pitch on the way to Strebe. He will take a breaking ball outside and low. And the count 1-0. Tomko continuing to pitch here. He's at 115 pitches right now in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mason sticking with him. The Ducks with Phillips at second, Nelson at first, and only 1 out. Strebe awaits at home plate. Tomko go long looking for the sign. Now he gets the pitch. And the 1-0. Swung on and hit high in the air to center field. Well hit. Jan going back. Still going back in center. Racing back. He reaches up and he makes the catch. Phillips goes back to second. Now he's going to try for third. Here comes the throw into third base, and it is not in time. Phillips just got in ahead of the tag. Phillips slipped when he went back to second, and that almost caused trouble. But Phillips is able to make it to third base. Strebe gave it a ride, but just missed. An extra base hit to center. And now it's going to be up to Adam Bailey to try and provide another dramatic hit for Long Island and give them the lead here in the 8th. So 3 straight hits open the inning. A single to right by Brodin, a single to center by Navarrete, and a single to right by Nelson. But Hall swung first pitch fly to center. Strebe swung second pitch and fly to center. And now with the lefty Bailey coming to the plate, I'm sure Mark Mason will call on one of his 3 lefties out of the bullpen to try and retire Bailey here and send this game to the 9th inning with a tie score. So Tomko will hand over the baseball, and he comes out of the game after 7 2/3 innings tonight. We have our first Revolution pitching change of the night. We'll be right back here at Bethpage Ballpark with the score all tied at 6 on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Bottom of the 8th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. The score is all tied at 6. Ducks and the Revolution in the rubber game of a 3-game series. Ducks have gotten one here in this inning to tie the game. Brodeen singled to right to start the inning. Navarrete singled to left, and then Nelson on a 3-2 pitch grounded a base hit through the right side to score Brodeen. Hall then fly to center on the first pitch. He saw Strebe on a 1-0 pitch hit a rocket to center that Jan tracked down for the second out. Phillips went to third on the flyout, so now runners at first and third with 2 men out. And a new pitcher is in. It is left-hander Junior Novoa. And he will face Adam Bailey here, who won the game last night for the Ducks with a waddle-off 3-run home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. And if he is able to reach base here and bring home Phillips from third, the Ducks would have a 7-6 lead going into the 9th inning. Novoa, a lefty, comes on, replaces the starter Brett Tomko, who battled tonight and really was the victim of one bad inning in the 4th when he allowed 5 of the 6 runs scored by the Ducks, and then he had a bad inning here in the 8th and allowed a run on 3 hits before getting removed. Still responsible for Phillips at third and Nelson at first. And so Adam Bailey will come up to the plate to try and give the Ducks another victory here and win the series, or at least put them in front going into the bottom of the 9th inning. So Novoa comes on to replace Tomko, who went a season-long 7 2/3 innings tonight, the longest outing for him innings-wise this season. And up to the plate steps Adam Bailey. 1 for 3 today with a 3-run home run back in the 4th inning. Ducks will take a base hit now. Doesn't need to hit it out, although they certainly would appreciate that, but they would take just a base hit here. Anything to get Phillips home from third. First pitch upcoming from Novoa. Left-hander gets the sign. And his pitch on the way is a fastball low and outside for ball 1. Novoa on the year is 5-2 with a 4.36 ERA in 36 games, 46 hits in 43 1/3 innings. The 1-0 to Bailey. Fastball is low and outside, and it's 2-0 on Bailey. 24 runs, 21 earned allowed by Novoa, 13 walks to 47 strikeouts. 2-0 on the way from Novoa. Bailey will swing and foul it back to the screen behind home plate. He just missed it. Good pitch there, and Bailey was just out in front. And the count 2-1. Lefties hitting .250 this year against Junior Novoa. Bailey is hitting .239 against left-handers. And a 2-1 pitch is low for ball 3. If Bailey gets on with a walk, Ralph Henriquez would be next. Henriquez is 1 for 3 today with a home run. And here comes a 3-1 from Junior Novoa. Pitch on the way, runner goes from first, and Bailey pops this one up foul behind the plate, back into the crowd. Hit and run was on, and Nelson will have to retreat to first. So the count full at 3-2. That will send Nelson from first on the pitch from Novoa. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, all tied at 6. Runners at the corners for the Ducks. The go-ahead run at third base. And the 3-2 on the way to Bailey is swung on in line into right field. A base hit for Adam Bailey. Phillips will trot home from third. Nelson will stop at second. It's another clutch hit for Adam Bailey, and the Ducks lead it 7-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. Is this kid hot or what? The 25-year-old Adam Bailey, a walk-off 3-run homer last night. He's got 4 runs batted in here today, and the Ducks have taken their first lead since the 4th inning. 2 runs here in the inning, and they lead it 7-6. So RBI number 4 of the game for Bailey is at 45 now on the season. Here is Ralph Henriquez to the plate. And Novoa's first pitch is taken up and outside for ball 1. That one will be charged to Brett Tomko, and he is now in line for the loss unless the Revolution can rally in the top of the 9th inning. I'm sure Jared Lancer now getting ready in the bullpen for Long Island. 1-0 from Navoa, and Henriquez swings, and it's a high fly ball near to shallow left center field. Going out is the shortstop Kirkland. Coming in the center fielder Jan. It is Jan who will make the catch and retire the side. But not before the Ducks get 2 runs in the inning on 4 hits. No errors. They leave 2 on base. Ducks in front 7-6. We go to the 9th. Ducks will try and close out a series win here on the radio home for Ducks baseball, 103.9 RCN. And one more, please.
And moving from left field to first base, number 22, Joash Brodin.
Well, the Ducks rallying again. They get 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning on RBI singles to right by Bryant Nelson and Adam Bailey. Bailey with the clutch 2-out RBI hit, his 4th run batted in of the day. And the Ducks have a 7-6 lead as we go to the 9th inning, and the closer Jared Lansford is on to try and seal a victory for the Ducks and give them a series win here over the York Revolution to close out this 7-game homestand. And the right-hander will face Wilson Batista, Andres Perez, and Chad Tracy, 2, 3, and 4 in the Revolution order here in the 9th inning. Michael Pollock here with you at Bethpage Ballpark, bringing you all the action here on the radio home of the Ducks, 103.9 FM WRCN, and online at liducks.com and the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball. Thanks so much for joining me here on your Sunday evening. You've been treated to another dandy between these two teams. It has been a seesaw battle. Revolution scored a run in the 3rd and 3 in the 4th to open up a 4-0 lead against Duck starter Pete Butkovics, who again was filling in today with Dontre Willis getting signed by the Los Angeles Angels organization before the game. He will report to AAA Salt Lake. So Butkovics get the start today, an emergency starter, and he allowed 4 runs over the first 4 innings. But the Ducks got him off the hook with a 5-run bottom half of the 4th inning, highlighted by a 3-run home run by Adam Bailey, and that was followed up with a solo home run by Ralph Henriquez as the Ducks went back-to-back with the long ball. And then Revolution would answer immediately in the 5th as Nick Tabar had trouble finding the strike zone. They would score 2 in the top of the 5th to take a 6-5 lead. Brett Tomko settled in. The Ducks bullpen kept the Revolution off the scoreboard. And then the bottom of the 8th inning, with Tomko still on the mound, the Ducks scored 2 runs. Both of them charged to Tomko, and the Ducks now will try and protect a 1-run lead here in the 9th inning. Defensive change for the Ducks as well. We'll tell you about it after the first pitch to Wilson Batista. First pitch on the way, and Batista takes a fastball, strike down the middle, 0-1. P.J. Phillips, who pinch ran for Ray Navarrete and scored the go-ahead run, is going to stay in the game and play left field, and Joash Brodin will move from left to first. And this pitch is chopped to the right side. Bill Hall will field at second and throw to first for the out. So Batista retired, and there's 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning. Jared Lansford on the season has a record of 4-1, a 3.57 ERA through 40 games. He has 7 saves. He's filling in for the injured Leo Rosales as the closer. Typically, Jared is the setup man for the Ducks, the 8th inning guy, but with Leo Rosales out with the calf injury, Jared has become the closer. So with 1 out, Andres Perez will come to the plate. With that ground out, Batista now 0 for 4 with a walk and a run scored. And here is the dangerous Andres Perez, who has 2 hits and a walk in today's game among his 4 plate appearances. First pitch on the way from Jared Lansford. And Perez will take a breaking ball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Perez doubled to right in the first. He was thrown out trying to score on a base hit from Tracy. RBI single to center in the third, walked and scored in the fifth, and popped out foul to first in the seventh. Time called right as Jared Lansford was getting set to deliver. That was time called right as Lansford was already starting his delivery. Late call there from Dan Kiley. The 0-1 here to Perez. Kick and the pitch on the way from Lansford. Swung on and lifted foul down the right field line. And Jared Lansford quickly ahead at 0-2 on Andres Perez. So it'll be an 0-2 upcoming. Fans here at Bethpage Ballpark making noise here, trying for out number 2 of the 9th inning. The 0-2 on the way from Jared Lansford is swung on and lifted down the left field line, hooking foul, and into the Smokin' Owls party deck down the left field line. And the count 0-2. Jared Lansford last pitch here on Wednesday night, and the Ducks 1-0 loss to Southern Maryland. He threw a scoreless 9th inning, gave up a hit and a walk with 2 outs, but no runs. So it'll be an 0-2 on the way from Jared Lansford to Andres Perez once again. Righty-righty matchup, and the pitch on the way is up and in tight for ball 1. Infield playing straight away. The corner infielders playing at no doubles defense. Brodeen at first and Nelson at third right along the line. Outfielders playing fairly deep, specifically in center field with Pinnock. And the 1-2 from Jared Lansford is swung on and missed, strike 3. Chase down low. Henriquez applies the tag. First strikeout for Jared Lansford, and 2 away here in the 9th inning. The Ducks 1 out away from the series win.
Batting for the York Revolution, the first baseman, number 2, Chad Tracy, number 2.
So 2 men out, the base is empty. Ducks lead 7-6 here in the top of the 9th, and Chad Tracy, the last hope for the York Revolution today. Ducks looking for back-to-back come-from-behind wins and their 21st come-from-behind win overall this season. And here is Tracy, who was 2 for 4 at the plate this evening. First pitch on the way from Jared Lansford, and Tracy will take a fastball strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Tracy single to left in the first, popped out foul to the catcher in the third, infield single to third in the fifth, and a pop out to short in the seventh. 0-1 on the way from Jared Lansford. The kick and the pitch is swung on and lifted foul first base side. And the Ducks are 1 strike away here on this Sunday night. 7 runs and 10 hits for the Ducks, 6 runs, 9 hits for the Revolution. Ducks trying to get another game in the standings on the Bluefish and increase their Liberty Division lead to 5.5 games here in the second half and end a brief 2-series losing streak. 0-2 the count. Jared Lansford gets the sign. His 0-2 on the way to Chad Tracy is swung on and missed, strike 3. Henriquez will throw it over to first for the putout. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks have come from behind again to defeat the York Revolution 7-6 on this Sunday night, and they win the series by taking 2 of 3 from the York Revolution. Well, Jared Lansford strikes out 2 in the 9th, a dominant 1-2-3 inning to earn his 8th save of the year. The Ducks bullpen kept the Revolution at bay after DeBar struggled in the 5th. And the Ducks, with 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, shocked the Revolution again, and they win it 7-6 here tonight. Don't go anywhere. Post-game show's coming up next. We're going to recap this one and hand out the Nico Locke Player of the Game Award here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks are the winners, 7-6 over the Revolution tonight here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN.
Heading home by rail or by road, there are no major delays to report.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, another thrilling win for the Long Island Ducks tonight as they defeat the York Revolution 7-6. Their second straight come-from-behind win, and they have come from behind on back-to-back nights, courtesy of Adam Bailey's game-winning hits in both games. And so the Ducks win it 7-6. They take the final 2 of 3 against the York Revolution, and the Ducks improve to 18-12 here in the second half. 5.5 games now up on the Bridgeport Bluefish in the Liberty Division standings. Ducks are now 48-52 here in 2013. Revolution fall to 11-20 here in the second half, 47-54 overall, and they are now 10.5 games behind the Skeeters. Time to recap this game, a seesaw battle here at the Duck Pond. Revolution will get the early lead. Pete Budkovics got the start for Long Island. He took over for Dontrell Willis, who was a late scratch because he had gotten signed by the Los Angeles Angels organization. He's going to report to AAA Salt Lake in the Pacific Coast League. Budkovics got through the first 2 innings without allowing a run, but in the third inning, a leadoff walk to Matt Spencer, and after Rudy Jan popped out to short, Cody Kirkland singled to left to put runners at first and second. Wilson Batista struck out swinging, but Andres Perez delivered an RBI single to center to put York on top 1-0. In the fourth, 3 runs would score. A leadoff walk to Mark Tian, and after a flyout to center by Michael Hernandez, Salvador Paniagua singled to left, and Matt Spencer followed with a 3-run home run to right, his 6th of the year. And the Revolution had taken a commanding 4-0 lead through 4. But in the bottom of the 4th inning, Ducks would send 8 men to the plate, and they would take the lead from the Revolution. Joe Ashbrodeen started off the inning with a single to center. He would go from first to third on a hit and run base hit to right by Ray Navarrete. So the Ducks had runners at the corners, nobody out. Brian Nelson grounded into a 4-6 fielder's choice that scored Brodeen from third. And on the RBI fielder's choice, Ducks had cut the deficit to 4-1. Bill Hall then drew a walk to put runners at first and second with 1 out. Ryan Strebe struck out looking, but Adam Bailey picked him up with a 3-run home run to right field, second 3-run home run in as many days, his 11th homer of the year, and the Ducks had tied the score at 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ralph Henriquez was up next, and he uncorked a mammoth solo home run over both walls in right field, his 6th of the year, and just like that, the Ducks were ahead 5-4 going into the 5th. But Nick DeBar came in relief of Pete Budkovics, and DeBar would have trouble finding the strike zone again. He walked Batista and Perez to lead off the inning. Chad Tracy then reached on an infield single to third to load the bases with nobody out. Mark Tian almost hit a grand slam to right, but the sac fly brought home Batista and put York in a tie game again at 5-5. Michael Hernandez then drew a walk, and Kevin Baez saw enough. He came out of the dugout, called on TJ Hose to come in and face Matt Spencer with the bases loaded and 1 man out. Paniagua hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice. The RBI fielder's choice brought home a second run and put York on top 6-5. But Hose got Spencer to ground a second and get out of further trouble. And from that point on, Revolution would only get 1 hit and 1 walk from that point on. Hose pitched a 1-2-3 6th inning. Josh Lansford came in the 7th, got the first 2 outs, gave up a base hit to Mark Tian, but then struck out Michael Hernandez in a rematch from yesterday when Hernandez had a 2-run homer off of Lansford. And then in the top of the 8th, Ian Snell came on and worked around a 1-out walk by Matt Spencer to strike out Jan and Kirkland to end the inning. So the Ducks went to the bottom of the 8th inning trailing 6-5, and they needed some heroics once again, and they would certainly get them. Tomko stayed in the game to pitch the 8th inning with a pitch count up over 100. Brodeen would single to right. Navarrete would follow with a single to left, so the Ducks had first and second, nobody out for Brian Nelson. And on a 3-2 pitch, he grounded an RBI single through the right side to score Brodeen. Ducks had tied the game at 6, and they had first and second, nobody out. Bill Hall swung first pitch, fly to center. Ryan Strebe swung second pitch and fly to center, nearly had an extra base hit to center. So it was runners at first and third with 2 out as P.J. Phillips, who had pinch run for Navarrete, went from second to third on the fly out by Strebe. In came lefty Junior Navoa to replace Tomko as Mark Mason wanted to set up a lefty-lefty matchup with Adam Bailey at the plate. And on a 3-2 pitch, Bailey delivered an RBI single to right field to score Phillips from third and give the Ducks a 7-6 lead. Jared Lansford came on for the 9th, got Batista on a ground out to second, struck out Perez and Tracy swinging, and the Ducks held on for the 7-6 win. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Ducks, who left 3 on base. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Revolution. They left 7. Ian Snell gets the win in relief to improve to 1-2 as he pitched the scoreless 8th inning. Brett Tomko suffers a loss tonight. He falls to 4-7. Gave up 7 runs on 9 hits in 7 2/3 innings. Walked 1, struck out a season-high tying 8. And the save went to Jared Lansford, his 8th of the year. Game took 2 hours and 51 minutes in front of a crowd tonight of 5,609 here at Bethpage Ballpark, many of which are running the bases on a Sunday tradition at Bethpage Ballpark. Kids and Kids at Heart taking part in Kids Run the Bases presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Nico Lock, player of the game today. Who else? Adam Bailey, 2 for 4, a 3-run home run in the 4th that tied the game, and the game-winning RBI single in the bottom of the 8th inning. Second straight game for Bailey. He has the game-winning hit, and he is tonight's Nico Lock player of the game. Nico Lock retaining walls and paving stones, a company synonymous with quality and service in the manufactured concrete industry for almost 50 years. We're going to take one more break on the postgame. When we come back, the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we wrap things up from Bethpage Ballpark tonight, where the Ducks win it 7-6 over the York Revolution here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, Ducks win it tonight by a count of 7-6 to take the series from the York Revolution and end the homestand. Ducks were 3-4 on the homestand. They lost 3 of 4 to Southern Maryland, but they won 2 of 3 here to the York Revolution, and that is an important way to end the homestand before beginning a 9-game road trip after an off day tomorrow. They go to Lancaster for 3 and Sugar Land for 6. One final look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Ducks picked up a game on the Bridgeport Bluefish, who lost 6-5 today to the Sugar Land Skeeters up at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Jay Marshall got the win to improve to 2-0. Jeff Fulcino, the loss, fell to 1-1, and Schlichting earned his first save of the year for Sugar Land. Jeff Dominguez, his 4th home run of the season for the Skeeters. Yusuf Carter, his 11th for the Bluefish. Barnstormers defeat the River Sharks 5-4 down in Camden. The winner was Dwayne Pollock, his league-leading 13th win of the year. He is now 13-3. Joey Williamson, the loss, fell to 0-1, and Brett Downs earned his 2nd save of the year. Ryan Harvey, his 20th home run of the season for Lancaster. Sams hit his 2nd of the year for the River Sharks, and they are still tied at 1, bottom of the 9th inning, now going to the 10th inning at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Patriots and the Blue Crabs. Ian Marshall started for the Blue Crabs. Jordan Conley is now pitching. Eric Arneson started for the Patriots. Jason Lowy is now in for Somerset. James Skelton has the only RBI for Somerset. No RBIs for the Blue Crabs. Sean Smith leading the way with 2 hits. Mets fell to the Royals earlier today, 6-2 at Citi Field. Irvin Santana, the win, improved to 8-6. Zach Wheeler, the loss, fell to 4-2. Only home run coming from Kansas City's Mike Moustakas, his 10th home run of the year. And the Yankees lost to the Padres out in San Diego today. Ian Kennedy, the win, improved to 4-8. Phil Hughes, the loss, fell to 4-10. Houston Street earned his 21st save. And Austin Romine hit his first Major League home run for the Yankees. Tiger Woods, the winner at the World Golf Championships Bridgestone Invitational. He finished 15 under par to win by 7 strokes at Firestone CC South Course. Well, again, the Ducks will hit the road. They open up their road trip on Tuesday when they take on the Lancaster Barnstormers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Ducks will send left-handed pitcher Matt Way to the mound. He makes his second start, returning from the shoulder impingement. Way has a record of 3-5 with a 4.45 ERA. For the Barnstormers, it's left-handed pitcher Rich Rundles, who is 3-0 with a 0.97 ERA. Game time at 7 o'clock p.m. from Clipper Magazine Stadium. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Bethpage Ballpark today. Big thank you goes out to my engineer back in our Ronkonkoma studios, Zach Johnston, pushing all the buttons. Once again, the final score: the Ducks defeat the York Revolution 7-6 for their 21st come-from-behind win of the season. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be on Tuesday night. Tom Felice will have the call from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where the Ducks open up a 9-game road trip. Pre-game show is going to begin at 6:45. First pitch slated for 7 o'clock on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online at liducks.com as well. My name is Michael Pollock. Thanks so much for spending your Sunday night with me. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the Ducks' victory. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll do it all over again on Tuesday night in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Good night and so long from Central Islip, New York. All right, thank you, Zach. Appreciate it.